insights on it. So, Scotty, pick it up. Take a look at that book, and I think it'll shed some light on that, whether this is hereditary or whether this is cultural, and it has to do with the expectations people within that culture have for themselves, for their children, and what expectations were on them. And that's what this conversation is about. As Americans, we need to elevate our children and, yes, have them rise to those basic expectations, because the public school system ain't cutting it. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness were words not just written for history books, but were written for you. But it's hard to pursue happiness, though, when pain is part of your everyday life, and that's where Relief Factor comes in. Relief Factor was created to help people address inflammation, one of the most common causes of ongoing aches and pains, from aging, overexertion, and daily living. It's a 100% drug-free, research-based formula that works through multiple metabolic pathways to support comfort and mobility. There's no prescription, no masking symptoms, just real relief so you can keep moving forward. As America celebrates 250 years of independence, give yourself the chance to reclaim yours. And to commemorate, we're offering a special patriotic price, just $17.76, so you can pursue your happiness being pain-free. That's right, $17.76 for your quick start 3-week supply of Relief Factor. But you got to get it now. Go to relieffactor.com while this special price lasts, or just give them a call, 800-4-RELIEF.
It's time for Talktivities on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Do you have an item for Talktivities? Email it to calendar@pvbcradio.com.
La Tertulia is a bilingual book club and will meet next on Wednesday, July 15th, 5 p.m. at Los Cerritos to discuss Rock with Wings by Ann Hillerman. Get the book, read it, and join us to discuss. For more information, call Ricardo at 575-914-1379. Visit Living History during the annual Fort Stanton Live celebration. Visitors will see infantry and artillery demonstrations, quilters, weavers, potters, site tours, food vendors, and live performances from period-appropriate bands. This will take place on Saturday, July 11th, 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. at Fort Stanton. Cost is $10 for adults, $5 for children 16 and younger.
If you have an item for Talktivities, email it to calendar@pvbcradio.com. That's calendar@pvbcradio.com.
Bill Cunningham is now in Roswell on 106.5 FM, KEND Roswell.
News this hour from Town Hall. I'm John Scott. Several named Democrats are jockeying to replace Graham Plattner as the nominee to take on Republican Senator Susan Collins in November.
A lot of uncertainty in both Democrat and Republican circles in Maine as Democrats look to replace Graham Plattner on the ticket now that he's dropped out, and Republicans are left to wonder who Susan Collins will be running against and what their new strategy will be. Collins is trying to win a sixth term in the Senate in a state that voted for Kamala Harris back in 2024. Democrats have until July 27th to declare a new candidate.
That's correspondent Laura Winters. Britain's potential next leader canvassing members of Parliament for support, but one candidate in particular appears to be well on his way to becoming the next Prime Minister.
Nominations are opening in a Labour Party election to replace Keir Starmer as Britain's Prime Minister. Former Greater Manchester Mayor Andy Burnham is expected to be the sole candidate. He needs at least 80 signatures from Labour lawmakers to run, a target he's likely to exceed. Other potential contenders have ruled themselves out, including former Defence Minister Al Carnes. Speaking a week earlier in Manchester, Burnham promised sweeping changes on the domestic front.
I am going to break with the more of the same approach that has got us here. I am going to give Britain the circuit breaker it needs.
Karen Shamas, London.
President Trump's plan to build a triumphal arch that would alter the Washington, D.C. skyline is won initial approval from a key federal agency, the National Capital Planning Commission, voting to approve preliminary site and building plans for the 250-foot arch the president wants to build on a traffic circle at the end of the Virginia end of Memorial Bridge in Washington. The agency staff recommended preliminary approval on Thursday. More from townhall.com.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS like Mark?
I've been doing home remodeling for 30 plus years, but the economy crashed. I wound up losing my home, losing my job, and on top of that, owing the IRS a ton of money. I owed the IRS $114,000. It really, truly was the worst part of my life.
Then Mark found tax relief advocates.
On news radio, I heard about TRA, and I thought, what's the worst that could happen? So I picked up the phone and I called them. When it was all said and done, TRA settled my $114,000 debt for $100, and I'm telling you, I was ecstatic. Could not believe it. Would recommend TRA to anyone.
If you owe 10 or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to the IRS, don't lose hope. Do what Mark did and call TRA for a consultation.
But TRA did. They gave me a second chance, and I'm forever grateful.
Visit TRA.com or call 800-575-8924. 800-575-8924. That's 800-575-8924.
Wally Funk, an aviation pioneer who was the oldest woman to launch into space, has died. She was 87, an original astronaut in the 1960s. In 2021, she finally got to space aboard Amazon founder Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin rocket. Conversations about how Caitlin Clark is treated on a basketball court can be polarizing.
Congress wants an answer by July 24th as 11 members of the House Republican Study Committee sent a letter to WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert. It said the league and its officiating have too often failed to address, quote, unacceptable physical contact involving Clark and has not held the players accountable. It's the latest chapter in the ongoing debate about whether league officials must do more to protect Clark from unnecessarily aggressive physical contact. Jason Walker reporting.
News and analysis at townhall.com. The music world mourning the death of singer Bonnie Tyler. She was 75.
The gravelly-voiced singer from Wales was best known for her song, Total Eclipse of the Heart.
There's nothing I can do, a total eclipse of the heart.
Bonnie Tyler spoke to the AP in 2015.
I love singing it. I never get tired of singing it. And people, when that starts, you know, the intro, everybody's like, yeah! You know.
Total Eclipse of the Heart has had more than 1 billion streams. Bonnie Tyler was hospitalized in Portugal in May for emergency surgery and placed in an induced coma. Tyler earned 3 Grammy nominations and represented Britain at Eurovision in 2013. Her career took off with hits like It's a Heartache. I'm Ed Donahue.
Where will LeBron James go after leaving the Lakers? Cleveland is a leading choice, but Miami, Philly, and Golden State, they are also possibilities. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel witch and what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Friday. Finally Friday?
Yes.
Depending on your outlook of the week.
Fantastic Friday. The final day of my oldest's innocence.
That's right, birthday. Huh?
13 as of tomorrow.
Yeah,
as
big weekend.
1:03 p.m. tomorrow, actually.
Hopefully she gets some pool time.
Oh, she'll get some pool time.
Well, I mean, like
the problem is,
Hopefully the weather will work out here because it's being squirrely.
I know that. There's that. But it's also just having a summertime birthday has always been this like issue of like, well, there's always the splash pad, or she's gonna want to do something outside, but then there's not a lot of inside stuff that she's into doing, so it's a complicated thing. And then a situation with funds not necessarily being available until way later in the week than I wanted them to be. Now it's a scramble to get everything fixed and planned and in place, and
it'll all work. It'll all work, and she'll have a good time. She will. She'll have fun. But yeah, the weather, like last night, what happened there? I know we had a chance of rain, and to be honest, like I had Legion meetings and stuff, so I got home about 8 after all that, and I don't think it was raining.
Right.
And I'm not even sure it ever rained. But it was thunder
rained.
And lightning was a craziness.
Oh no, it rained quite significantly for a good little bit.
Okay.
Actually, it was. I think by the time, because we left, we went to trivia last night. We left the Liberty at about 8:30.
Yeah.
And when we were leaving, it was raining in the parking lot.
Okay.
And that was tolerable, but then it started getting heavier and was moving southward. So I'm pretty sure the majority of what happened up north had already happened.
I had just gotten. I guess I got home before but at the end of the day, I remember the lightning, the thunder. I mean, it was fantastically loud.
Yeah, it was quite the light show, and the lightning was remarkably close.
Yeah,
like I'm not used to seeing lightning really that close.
We were actually heading north, coming up Main Street, heading back home. We were coming from downtown area to head back to the house. And a bolt of lightning hit north of town, like dead on as we were driving. It was straight out like I wish I had the camera because it would have been a cool photo to catch this bolt just coming right down to the ground just north of town from us. It was pretty cool. So
I enjoy a nice lightning storm like that. It's one of those rare reminders that yes, there's some things that AI just cannot do.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen an AI lightning storm? It's god awful. Like lightning will drip out of the sky. Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah. It was kind of cool, but and that's the weird thing is I heard so much thunder and lightning, and usually I hear the rain on our we have little sunroofs in our dining room and a couple other bathrooms in the house, and usually I hear them on that, but I didn't really hear it. And I think it was because that lightning was just, and the thunder was just, boom, boom. I mean,
it was.
Some points, I'm like, man, like it was rattling windows, some of those thunderbolts. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was not insignificant. But although that thunder, that lightning, that rumble led to a fantastic night's sleep.
Yeah.
I mean, for the part of it that I stayed asleep, yeah. Before I woke myself up with existential dread, which is, most mornings. But the first part of it, nice.
Yeah, I woke up with tum-tum issues about middle of the night. Yeah, so
your own existential crisis.
Yeah, exactly. But other than that, I slept good.
You got a busy morning, so
I do. Let me give you the rundown. We'll get you updated the weather here and on that in just a minute. We're going to have Captain Mike Evans with the Salvation Army join us here in just a few minutes. Give us an update there. Of course, it is the second Saturday of the month tomorrow.
I came quick.
Which you know and I know what that means. It's their breakfast morning from 7 to 11 for $10. You get an all-you-can-eat breakfast that's just delightful. And so we'll get you an update on that. Later on this hour, we're also going to be joined by Meredith Hildreth, I believe Michael Francis as well, with the Southwestern Arts Alliance. They've got their Zukar Dance the Night Away event coming up at Pecos Flavors Winery here on the 18th, and we'll tell you all about that. In the 8 o'clock hour, we are scheduled to have the folks from the Sheriff's Department join us. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, we're scheduled to have the folks from the Roswell Public Library join us. And plus, we'll have all of the newses and whatever else we can come up with for today's show. Before we do any of that, let's get you up to date on that weather. We do have more rain chances this weekend.
Weather this hour brought to you by Southwest Bearing under new ownership. Custom solutions for your heavy equipment. Hydraulic hoses, hose repair, bearings, seals, sprockets, belts, tools, fluids, and fittings.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. 100 to 105 today. Strong high pressure over our area, and it will be sunny all day. Clear and low 70s for the overnight hours. About the same for Saturday, upper 90s to low 100s, and it looks like we'll stay sunny. Then we start to get some humid air moving in on Saturday night, so we could get a few showers or thunderstorms. Slight chance of shower and mid-90s on Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 72 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 66%. Winds currently out of the south at 6 miles per hour. Today, sunny, hot, 102. It's Roswell in summer, in July. So southeast winds at around 10 miles per hour. Tonight, we do have a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms, but they're talking like overnight, like after 3 in the morning. Partly cloudy with an overnight low of 72. Southeast winds 10 to 20, so a little breezy this evening. For you Saturday, sunny skies, highs right around 100 tomorrow with southeast winds at 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, Saturday night, we're looking at a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly before midnight. Partly cloudy with an overnight low of 70. Sunday, we're looking at a 20% chance at afternoon showers and thunderstorms with a high of 95. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. For Sunday evening, a 40% chance at showers and thunderstorms. And then Monday, when you head back to it, a 20% chance of rain with a high of 93, 30% Monday night. Looks like Tuesday and even into Wednesday we'll have slight rain chances there. So we'll see how all of that shapes up. All right, it is 13 minutes after 7 o'clock. We are going to pause for a quick commercial break. And then on the other side of the break, we will talk with the folks, Captain Mike Evans from Salvation Army. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
At Ocotillo Family Practice, Pediatrics, and OMED Spa, our team is here for you. Nancy Walker, Fallon Moody, and Tialana Watts are family nurse practitioners offering expert care in family practice, pediatrics, women's health, and aesthetics. Nancy also provides advanced hormone therapy for men and women, including hormone pellet implants that help patients feel their best. Plus, meet Brittany Harrell, our skilled nurse injector, offering a full range of aesthetic procedures to help you look and feel confident. Same-day and walk-in patients are always welcome. Visit Ocotillo Family Practice, Pediatrics, and OMED Spa at 607 West Country Club Road in Roswell. Your family, your health, your beauty, all in one place.
Usually when you hear the comment that someone is aging gracefully, they're speaking about a person's physical appearance. Although that's a nice compliment, I'd rather age gracefully in my spiritual life. I want to come to the end of my life and know that even though I wasn't perfect, I'm confident that God's saving grace covers me and that I'm ready to go on to my eternal life with Him. Because of that saving grace, I want to have lived my life serving Him and serving others to the best of my ability. We have physical and challenges as we age, but that doesn't stop us from serving Him or serving others. It may change how we serve, but it doesn't stop us from serving. We don't ever retire from our Christian life. It's never too late to start living the life God calls you to. It's never too late to accept the saving grace that God offers to all, no matter your age, no matter your abilities. Come join us as we learn how to better know Jesus and to make Jesus known.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
The summer heat in New Mexico can put extra stress on your heart. Artesia General Hospital and our cardiology experts remind families, protect your heart while traveling and spending time outdoors. Stay hydrated, avoid strenuous activity during the hottest hours, and never ignore symptoms like chest pain, shortness of breath, dizziness, or irregular heartbeat. Take medications as prescribed and keep them cool during travel. Dr. Luther Weathers, MD in Artesia, and Elizabeth Madison, ACNP in Carlsbad, specialize in comprehensive heart care, from high blood pressure and heart rhythm issues to preventive wellness. Don't wait until it's an emergency. Get checked and enjoy summer with peace of mind. For extra cardiology services close to home, trust Artesia General Hospital. Artesia General Hospital. Healthy summers start here with heart care you can count on.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The U.S. Treasury once considered producing donut-shaped coins. They instead decided to go with coin-shaped donuts. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 16 minutes after 7 o'clock. And joining us in studio this morning from the Salvation Army, Captain Mike Evans back with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
Like I always say, I'll let you know when I wake up.
That's true. Well, and he gets in with 7 o'clock. You're only like 1 or 2 cups in, so you got to at least give him an hour, and then the caffeine kicks in. So, but for folks that don't know, every second Saturday of the month, our Salvation Army facility here hosts a all you can eat buffet breakfast for $10 from 7 to 10 the second Saturday of every month, which just so happens to be tomorrow. And the great news is that you get to eat till they roll you out of there for $10. All the money that they collect, the $10, goes right to go back to programs to the Salvation Army, thanks to some generous donors and benefactors to provide materials for breakfast every month here. So it's a real win-win. You get a great breakfast, and I defy you to find a breakfast in town for $10 to get the quality and the amount of food that you're going to be getting.
Oh, yeah.
Or choose to get. I mean, it's all you can eat. So, like, if you just wanted one little biscuit, that's on you. But, you know.
I have yet to have anybody leave complaining they were still hungry.
Absolutely. And by the way, they do a eggs to order omelet bar. And then your wife every month will make a homemade, could be beans, or it could be like a pozole or something.
It's pozole tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow's gonna be pozole. It just depends on, I guess, what you feel like making each month here. But and it's all delicious. And of course, then there's like pancakes and hash browns and sausage. I mean, all the breakfast favorites is right there too.
Biscuits and gravy.
Yeah, it's all there. So and basically for $10 you can eat as much as you want, and it's 7 to 10. So and there's always the rushes, like you get your early birds who are right there at 7 o'clock, and you'll have your rush, and you probably get a little lull, and then around the 8-9 o'clock you get the mid morning people, and then you get the
stragglers at the 10-11 hour stragglers.
Yeah, the ones that sleep until 9:30, and then and they do this every second Saturday of the month. So just kind of mark it on your calendars. If you follow the Salvation Army, I think if you put Salvation Army Southeast New Mexico or Roswell under Facebook. If you just Google or on Facebook there, you can like and follow the page, and that way you can stay up to date on that and other events. Because I know you guys, when they're not doing this kind of stuff, they've got volunteer, food packages, boxes putting together. There's all kinds of work there. But you also partner up with other organizations and for other great events, and you've got several, I think, on the horizon here for you guys coming up.
We got one big one coming up. We just put it together, YDI, which is the Head Start program here in Roswell.
Yes.
We're partnering with them. We're going to be doing a big car show on August 22nd from 10 to 4.
Okay.
Up in the Walmart parking lot.
Very good.
The people of Walmart have graciously allowed us to use their parking lot to take over the whole corner over there, the whole section. And
the good news is, if you need a Gatorade, you're only a short walk into the building.
Well, and we're inviting food trucks. We're going to have some spots open where food trucks can set up. And
we got a fine selection of them around here. You see, I know, kind of one's evolved. Like, I know the Caribbean Laquais, which they used to, they spent some time at the Salvation Army there.
Now they're over by Hot Beverage.
Yes, behind Wendy's. They're right downtown here. They got a brick and mortar.
Behind Wendy's, and then
I think they have the brick and mortar building now.
Yeah, they're taking over the Hot Beverage.
Yeah, the
Hot
old
Beverage.
Yeah, used to, I think it was Black Betty Barbecue before that. Then it was the Hot Bev, and now it's Caribbean Laquais there, right behind Wendy's. So
now actually we have a Mexican food truck.
Oh, great.
Parked at the Salvation Army, Las Focudas. I don't know. I'm going to butcher it if I try to pronounce it.
I think I see a lot of them on the DoorDash. I'll look, and I think, I've seen their menu. I know the one you're saying. Yeah. And I'll botch it too, but because I know the one you're talking about. And their menu looks pretty good. I've seen on Door. They got but they got I think they got like the birria ramen and all that stuff too. So whatever, it's kind of a out of the box Mexican too on some of it. So yeah.
Yeah. So since the Caribbean Laquais got their setup, now we're putting them there.
Oh, very good.
So we're trying to always have a food truck at the thrift store. So when you come and shop, you get hungry, you can
come on out and
something to eat.
Kind of a grid. But maybe them and some other food trucks will hope to be out at the event on the 22nd.
Oh yeah, and since all the proceeds for this event it's gonna go between the Salvation Army youth programs that we have, and the Head Start.
Head Start program here.
So it's gonna be very youth oriented. We're actually gonna get some jumping castles and stuff out there for the kids, and
this is a great opportunity for obviously parents and things to learn about the new programs there through their Head Start, and obviously folks, if you're wanting to either volunteer or need the resources of the Salvation Army, that's a great opportunity to tap into all of that too.
So Walmart's already agreed to donate some stuff, and we got some other companies donating items that we're going to auction off and raffle off and give as door prizes to those who enter the program, who enter the show itself.
Nice. Well, see, and it's going to be kind of weird because normally we see Salvation Army guys at Walmart in the winter, so it's going to be a little different.
I should have a bell ringer over there just for old time's sake, right?
Just put one over there. Well, and I know you guys have uniforms that are for the summer, so that way you can put them in a summer weight out there, so it's not so hot.
This is actually our fatigues for the summer.
Yeah, those look good. Those look a lot cooler than the wool coats and all that. But that's going to be, and of course, good news is we'll see you at least one more time before that event happens. But we can put it on people's radar now here, and of course, if you're a food truck or someone interested in being involved in the event, or another maybe even nonprofit that's kind of related to what we're doing, and saying, I'd love to partner up with what you guys are doing, more the merrier on that kind of stuff.
And any vendors, when we had our out of school bash a couple months ago, we had a lady and a husband come and sell soaps, and they sold out.
Nice.
Even though it was a free event for kids, but they were able to sell out of all their product.
Nice. Hey.
So any kind of vendors, we got spots open for vendors. So just contact us, give us a call.
Absolutely. Yeah. The opportunity
to find a spot for you.
Get your product in front of new sets of eyeballs and things like that. Absolutely. And if you're a small business owner like that, that's how you go from a small business to a big business.
Getting your product out there.
Absolutely. I know you're always looking for volunteers by groups and things like that. How's some of that work going, and what's some of the needs there right now?
Well, as you can guess, need is always on the rise.
Mm-hmm.
We're now up to about 1,700 food bucks a month.
Okay.
And as the case always, funding keeps getting decreased, and
the demand is growing up and supply keeps going down. That's always the way it is.
Any groups, any individuals, families, if you want to give back and come and help us out, just contact Dusty over at the food bank, and she can line you up for a time to come down, and you can. And we have an assembly line process. It's not hard. It's not like you're carrying cases and boxes all across the warehouse.
Sure.
You're just standing on a line and moving the boxes around, putting stuff inside putting whatever item you're in charge of, putting it inside the box and sliding it down the line to the next spot.
It's that assembly line. Many hands make less work, and it's watch the old like Looney Tunes. It's like dun, 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 dun.
And and the day ends, and you look back and you feel like you've accomplished something.
Absolutely.
Like you've really helped the community.
And you have. That's just it. And you don't realize this goes on every day, and how many people rely on this stuff. And if it goes away, these people don't get fed. That's the simple truth of the matter here. So you are making a huge difference.
Tell people that, even when you shop at a thrift store, when you buy something at the thrift store, that $2 you just paid for a T-shirt, that's not going in my pockets, my manager's pockets. That's going towards Susan 2 blocks over, whose power's about to be shut off.
Exactly.
Helps her keep the lights on for another month for her. When you go in there and make that food box, it's not going to somebody in Texas. It's going to somebody, might even be your next door neighbor.
Yeah, down the street from you. Yeah.
And there's a lot of, we have the CFSP program, which is for seniors. And so it's helping out some of the most vulnerable people we have out there.
Absolutely.
We even have a volunteer who goes out once a month at the end of the month, and the homebound seniors, he'll deliver their boxes to them.
And you'd be surprised how many of these folks don't have family nearby to take care of them. Yeah. There's no one to, because you're like, well, where's their family? Either no longer with us or nowhere near them. They live across the country or something. I mean, and you think that's uncommon. It's not. It's very common. And to be honest, some of these folks, they don't see anybody or hear from anybody unless someone like the Salvation Army or another organization like that comes in and pays a visit or helps them out in some way, shape, or form. And to be honest, and if you and this is kind of the neighborhood thing. If you live in a neighborhood and you happen to know some people like that, check in on those folks from time to time. The neighborhood's the best. That's a great way to help out. But and of course, if you know they need additional services, please reach out to Salvation Army and other organizations out there that can help navigate that situation for them. But it is very common.
Yeah, and there's another thing about to be made available. Ace Hardware did a fan drive for us.
Good deal. And that's always been an official like people, you need fans, go to the Salvation Army. You know what I mean? That's always been like the scuttlebutt of like, you need a fan, Salvation Army got fans. You know what I mean? It's like that's one of the places the town knows the Salvation Army for, you know.
Yeah,
and that
so they
continues.
just did a fan drive for us. We're getting ready to make those available to really give out. You know, a lot of seniors out there can't afford electricity bills.
Wow. Or they live in a swamp cooler.
Yeah.
Or with homes with swamp coolers, and when it's 102, they're looking at best 85. You know what I mean? That's an optimal swamp cooler working conditions. 85.
So you put a bit one of them box fans in there, aimed right at them, and it keeps them nice and cool.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's it does make a big difference, that moving air and stuff. So if you'd like to donate there, or if you're in need there, big thank you to Ace Hardware to support the program and keep that tradition going, so to speak, here.
Yeah.
So, good deal. What else do we want to promote here? Any other upcoming events or any other needs or anything that we may have missed that we want to cover?
No, just we still have our Wednesday Troops program, which is like a scouting program for boys and girls.
Excellent.
Mentorship program.
Great.
We even offer rides now, so if anybody's interested, they just got to call our main line.
Okay.
And I actually have a extension set up now where if you, like, say your child needs a ride, but you're not able to get her, we have volunteers that go around and pick them up.
Oh, nice.
And drop them off.
Okay.
And so they can just call, I think it's extension 4, just push 4 and leave your information, and we'll contact you about picking them up.
Perfect. So is it kind of like you said, like scouting program?
Like Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts.
But it's like, is it almost like, say if someone's interested in pursuing careers and things with Salvation Army, is this kind of a like a fast track into that a little bit, or
no? That they would have to come to our services on Sunday morning.
But I know if there's like a youth that maybe, hey, I want to be. What do you want to do when you grow up? I want to be in the Salvation Army. I want to. Like, this is probably it's probably a good way to learn the ropes, so to speak, and learn what Salvation Army is about. Because I never thought about that, but that's a great path to because as a product of scouting myself and know the great things and it shapes who I am today. I can kind of see that. This is a great way to steer kids into the importance of service and things like that. And even if they don't end up in the Salvation Army, it's to establish that server's heart in that child, because when you can get them young into the understanding how to help people and understand that not everybody's been given the same deck of cards and are on a level playing field. Some people need more help than others, and some are more available to help than others. And as a human, you want to try to help as much as you can.
And unfortunately, it's becoming a lost art. There's a lot of people out there, they want to help. They talk all about somebody needs to help the homeless, but then when you ask them, what are you doing? They're just like, well, I'm encouraging people to go help the homeless.
I'm complaining about it on Facebook.
Actually, we put out yesterday. We had gotten an overabundance of potatoes donated, and we kept putting it out every day that we have potatoes, and just bring a bag and we'll fill it up because we had that many. Well, they've been there a while now, and they're starting to get old,
spud and all that.
So we put it out there if any pig farmers, or any farmers out there need it to be able to feed their livestock, or. People were on there posting that you can plant them and actually regrow potatoes with it. And
that'd be fun.
I was like, thank you for the information.
Yeah.
That's good. And so we were putting all this out there, and some lady complained that I didn't need to use AI for everything, because I made an AI poster for it. And I'm like, she's like, why don't you help the homeless like you say you do? It's like,
what does that got to do with
we
the
feed
post?
homeless twice a week, 3 times a week, twice we deliver to them. What do you mean go help the homeless? Since you're so concerned, you're willing to help, more than welcome to come help us.
Yeah. That's when you learn some people aren't fully all there when they're on the internet talking. But folks, come step up and get involved. They can always please reach out. If you have a youth organization or a church group or a civic organization or whatever, and you're thinking, hey, let's find a day where we can help at the with the food distribution center and load boxes and do all that kind of work. That'd be a great thing. Or you know what? High school sports teams doing that kind of things. Those football guys. I know you're about to do 2-a-days and stuff, but basketball team, this be good training.
Hey, Goddard and Roswell football teams. Let's see who can make the most boxes in a day.
Absolutely, get them wrestlers out there. Volleyball, come on down. Golfers. Golfers. They talk about mine. Get out there and show them you got some moving skills too. So,
and it doesn't have to be Monday through Friday. My staff is more than willing to come in on a Saturday in order to get these
work around
to accommodate a group. So,
sure. Well, the need is never. Need doesn't take a holiday, is what we're saying here. And so, whenever you're available to do it, please reach out, and the Salvation Army would love to have you do all that.
Definitely.
But if you really want to start at the easiest, earliest way possible, join us for breakfast tomorrow morning.
Yep.
Anytime between 7 and 11 at the Salvation Army. What's the actual physical address there for the building?
It's 612 West College.
Yeah, I just always, it's on College there, but I never know the official.
College in Washington, just down the street from NIMI.
Just follow your nose.
Just smell.
Yeah, you'll just smell the meats, the grilling meats and all that, and just follow that there. And then, of course, please follow Salvation Army on Facebook. Please, and then mark your calendars for the 22nd of August at Walmart there for the big car show and event here partnered up with the Head Start program.
And there's going to be prizes, trophies. We have 5 different categories: lowrider bicycles, classics, lowriders, trucks.
Sign up your cars today if you're an enthusiast of those things. Love to have you out there.
Or if you just want to put your car in and just donate for a cause.
That's absolutely true. Yeah, but car guys love to show off their cars. So come show off your car and help feed some people and help some people in our community and do that. So, thank you as always, Cap Mike. We'll see you here next time. And if we need to get you in soon or anything for other events, don't hesitate to reach out here, and we'll be happy to do that.
I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, Mike. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
All right. It is 7:33. We're going to pause for news, and then we are going to talk with Meredith Hildreth and Michael Francis with the Southwestern Arts Alliance. They've got their big Zukar Dance the Night Away event that's coming up here on the 18th. They'll join us. We'll get that spit out. They'll join us on the other side of news. Don't go away.
With SRN News, I'm John Scott. Today in Utah, lawyers for the man accused of killing Charlie Kirk plan to call a final witness as they try to raise doubts about the prosecution's case. A judge is deciding whether prosecutors have enough evidence to put Tyler Robinson on trial on a charge of aggravated murder. Charlie Kirk was killed as he spoke to a crowd of thousands at Utah Valley University on September 10th. Robinson charged with aggravated murder. Back and forth attacks from the U.S. and Iran have repeatedly threatened the ceasefire. The strikes came hours after President Trump said recent Iranian attacks in the Strait of Hormuz signaled the end of a fragile ceasefire. Democrats in Maine beginning a sprint to nominate a new candidate for a Senate seat. The drive began after nominee Graham Plattner withdrew from the race after a sexual assault allegation. This is SRN News.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Due to extreme pressure and weather conditions, it literally rains diamonds on Neptune and Uranus. Stop snickering because I said Uranus. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 35 minutes after 7 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning, Meredith Hildreth back with us, who you may have remembered her on the show before, but wearing a slightly different hat, her Friends of Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge hat there. And Michael Francis as well joining us today wearing their Southwestern Arts Alliance hat. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
How are y'all doing today?
Great. Great to be here.
It's, well, this is a fun time of year to be around in Roswell in this area. We just got the, UFO Festival and 4th of July and now Farmers Market starting up and, perfect time for some more jazz music and fun evenings and stuff. And you guys got a pretty fun event planned at the Pecos Flavors Winery here about a week from tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah, summer dance featuring Latin music.
Yeah, this is kind of Latin. And this is like Latin jazz. It's like it's a little hybrid, right?
I would say a good way to look at it is variety.
Gotcha. Okay.
They can go from Dave Brubeck to street cumbia real easily, and it's a wonderful band.
Well, and now this is where are these guys from? The Zukar.
What was that?
They're from El Paso.
El Paso. Okay.
Yes.
Very good. And
Michael's known them forever.
Are you familiar with where the term Azúcar comes from?
I'm not.
Celia Cruz, one of the great salsa stars.
Okay.
She's gone, but she was a major star. when she would really get excited, she would say "azúcar," and that's where that name.
And it's
comes
just kind of stuck, like Shazam, for some other generation.
When she was 80 years old, I saw her in New Orleans jumping 5 feet off the ground.
Wow. I don't think she's doing that next Saturday, is she?
No, we won't. We'll be holding it back.
But sounds like it's going to be a pretty lively, fun performance. And obviously, if you've never been to an event at Pecos Flavors Winery, it's an awesome atmosphere to dine for a meal.
It's a great venue,
yeah.
and they take good care of musicians and customers. And this is a little different in the fact that we're sacrificing some real estate to push the tables back and make a dance venue out of it.
Yeah, you don't normally get to room to dance in the winery there. 'Cause
No.
you might bump a bottle or two.
It's
But
going to put them in a little bit different mode.
That's right. Maybe we should offer finger food, something they can stand and eat while they can dance. Because, I mean, you're going to be kind of moving the hips while eating anyway.
All of the above.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's designed to be a fun night, to be on your feet, to dance, to enjoy it. And it's kind of like if you're a fan of salsa, jazz, that Latin pop, top 40, all of that, you're going to love this music. It's all kind of got
no doubt about it.
A hint of all of that, you know.
I like to tell how I got involved with these guys. If you
Absolutely,
think that,
yeah.
Back in college, many years ago in El Paso, the leader of this band, his name is Fernando Lechuga.
Okay.
He and I actually studied piano with the same teacher in El Paso.
Okay.
We didn't know that at the time, or we had no idea, but we found that out later.
Okay.
But I was playing with the UTEP, or I think it was actually Texas Western in those days, and with the lab band. He pulled me into a practice room one day, and he played a little, what you call a montuno, which is a repeating rhythmic figure in Latin.
Okay.
Jazz and Latin pop, and montuno is a very, regular thing that happens.
Okay.
And that's all that little interview had. He said, "Look at this," and he mentioned the main hero of the music that he was playing happened to be Eddie Palmieri.
Wow.
Who was one of the all-time greats. And I got that little interview sent me off into studying, researching, and being obsessed with Latin jazz.
Nice.
I went to Havana. I went to Puerto Rico.
Wow, that's quite a bug that bit you. I must travel.
Yeah, that was a long time back, though.
But that's cool. That's so awesome.
It was great, and I've maintained that love. And what people may not realize is that that music was actually a hybrid created right here in the United States, in Harlem, in New York, in the Bronx, particularly.
Sure.
By Puerto Ricans and Dominicans and Cubans who are bringing the music. And
and
it's part of American jazz.
Absolutely. People, we live out here, but New York City's a huge melting pot too. It's just like you said, you get the East, you get that Eastern Latin influence.
So you've arrived at our purpose.
Yeah.
Our purpose is to make that happen in Roswell.
Absolutely. And it's a match made in heaven. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, the influences you're hearing here line up perfectly with some of the same Mexican influences that a lot of families and folks have growing up listening to music here.
That's exactly right.
It's really the same side of the coin almost here.
And there are many who have not embraced it yet as well, because, we don't do a big, huge Latin part of the Roswell Jazz Festival.
Sure.
As you know, I'm the musical director of
yes,
that.
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And we didn't mention that this lady is the newly elected president.
Well, congratulations.
Of Southwestern Arts Alliance.
Oh, congratulations on that. Excellent. Which
which is different from the jazz festival.
Yeah, let me
but we
please
want to talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I wanted to have you explain a little bit about what the alliance is and give folks a little bit of background there.
Good. Go ahead.
You want me to do that?
Yes, please.
Okay. 12 or my memory's not exact these days, but I'd say 12 or 15 years ago. I don't have it in front of me. I could tell you, but we got interested. I and a couple of friends of mine got interested in the teenage suicide rate.
Okay.
It was not something that was a happy thing. It was happening in Ruidoso.
Something that raised a flag for you.
It
You
raised a big red flag. We jumped onto that and formed a 501c3 nonprofit.
Okay.
And the name of it is Southwestern Arts Alliance.
Nice. So you use your art to help
We
raise
started
money?
it based on that.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then we went to Mescalero and presented programs. We all over Ruidoso. In those days, we were allowed to touch on Doña Ana County as well, and Chavez as well.
Mm-hmm.
But that kind of got reduced via the grants we were getting.
Sure.
So it became Lincoln County.
Okay.
But so we spent quite a bit of effort doing that. And then we used jazz as a communication tool. And as we got more involved, and of course, I've been doing this all my life. It was only natural to turn that into a production of America's art form.
Sure, absolutely.
And that's how I began to do that.
So it's almost got like a twofold thing where the art side, spreading the joy, the music, exposing new people to the jazz, to the music, but at the same time, focusing on this particular show, helping raise money, awareness for teen death.
It's a multi-level thing. It's education.
I love that.
Entertainment sometimes. It's exciting
and
to
so
do that.
By coming out and enjoying a Zukar here on the 18th, you're also supporting that when you come out. and enjoy
That's exactly right.
That's awesome.
Supporting arts education.
Absolutely.
It's kind of a fundraising idea that we're hoping to strengthen our reserves so that we can keep doing these things in this community.
Absolutely. And I imagine this sounds like and again, this is going to be happening at Pecos Flavors Winery Saturday night, July 18th from 7 to 10. Now, if you want to get tickets, you can get tickets online at holdmyticket.com, I believe. Is there tickets available at the winery or through any of their services?
Yes, there are.
Okay, so you can probably pick them up at the winery there.
You can look at the Pecos Flavor Winery website, and it'll take you to the holdmyticket.com.
There's a direct link to that whole. So if you go to Pecos Flavors Winery, I don't remember off the top of my head, but if you type in Pecos Flavors Winery Roswell, it'll be the first thing that pops up.
Right.
And then you can get tickets
and
there.
individual tickets are only $35, and couple tickets are $50.
Yeah. And, well, let's face it. If you don't, put it this way. If you come solo, bring your best dancing shoes because you meet someone and dance there.
That's right.
And then come as a couple. That way you don't have to go hunt up a dance partner. You got one with you
And
already.
Save $20 in the process.
There you go. Absolutely.
We used to use the term stag and drag.
I was gonna say stag. That's what I mean. But I was like, I don't know if that'll relate
They don't
to.
do that anymore.
No, yeah, that was kind of. It means different things now, I think. But we would love to have folks come but what I was gonna say is this is almost like I feel like there's gonna be a certain age of people that the Zukar is like in them, and they want to. Oh, this is what I grew up to listen to, or you know what I mean. And I want to bring my children. I want to bring my grandchildren.
We're hoping to trap some younger folks.
Yeah,
we've been trying to do that with the Roswell Jazz Festival for 20 years, and due to scheduling high school marching bands and all kinds of things, it's been a struggle.
It is. I would
but
imagine.
Josh Ragsdale at Liberty has somehow got the touch to bring in a little bit different crowd.
Sure.
And that attracted me to doing it at his venue.
Well, we
Pecos Flavor,
and it's a great venue to do it. They, by the way, they have please come hungry. They always have great meals, and they usually cater certain dishes to the event that they're doing there. And so it's you're going to have an amazing evening. I guarantee you're going to probably leave tired because you're going to be dancing and having a good time. This is not. This is not a sit in the corner and be a wallflower event. This wants you to get up, get dancing, come enjoy the music, come enjoy the fun, the history of it, and maybe bring some young folks, inspire them to take this music and make it their own, or take it to the next level, to whatever it is.
The music will do the work on that. It will get people elevated, and this band is good at that. They're deeply culturally oriented, but they have the ability to get people dancing and entertained. So
well, it's just fun and lively, and this is again. And I know we've had these conversations before on the radio that you got to realize jazz and without there's so many genres of music that would not exist if jazz. Without the jazz influence, without some of the stuff you're going to see with Zukar, with the Latin influence and the salsa influence, it all begats this. Country would not exist without jazz and all this. And rock and roll certainly would never be a thing without jazz influence and all that. It all starts
become
there.
An amalgam and melted into, and a lot of it's good.
Yeah.
And Pecos Flavor features Michael Francis every Saturday from 12 to 2 for jazz brunch.
Nice.
So if you want to get a little flavor of Latin jazz and other jazz and ragtime, come out and hear Michael on Saturday tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Thank
every
you.
Saturday.
That's great. I appreciate
from
that.
12 to 2.
I didn't know you still played it. So you play pretty much every Saturday out there?
I play every Saturday there.
All right.
12 to 2 jazz brunch at
Except for
Pecos Flavor.
Well, are you going to do it early? I'll say the 18th. They're going to be busy that night. So
I'll be there the 18th as well.
Okay, so you'll be part of the show.
I'll jump off stage and help them set up.
Nice.
It's a 9-piece band.
Look at this. This guy, when he's not playing, he's roadieing for these guys.
You got that right. Somebody's got to do it.
See, well, and that's just it. That's the part of musicians that he'll tell you about. It's like, no, someone's got to set up the drum kit, bud.
Long ago, I quit carrying electric piano. Fortunately, mine is stashed there.
You got one on. You got one to keep there all the
yeah.
time.
At Pecos Flavor. On July 18th, this event, the Zukar will be from 7 to 10.
Yes, 7 to 10. Get there a little early if you want to maybe sit down and eat and then get ready to dance afterwards. But stick around, for the live music that evening. And again, this is a great opportunity to help out the Southwestern Arts Alliance. And be honest, if you want to get more involved, if you're thinking this is the first time hearing about this organization, I didn't know. I would love. This is a great night to come talk, with either Meredith or either one of you two here, and let's see what we can do.
There'll
to get
be
involved.
a donation jar available, and we hope to have people supporting our efforts.
Put it on the piano because that's where it's got to go. Yeah, it's just tradition, right? The tip jar's on the piano.
And then take it back after they're done.
That's right.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, that part, no, but it's got to be on the piano. That's just where it goes. But again, join us. It's Dance the Night Away featuring El Paso's own Zukar. That's going to be Saturday night, July 18th at Pecos Flavors Winery. We're here on 2nd, 412 West 2nd. Tickets are available at Pecos Flavors Winery website at holdmyticket.com. I imagine if you walk into Pecos Flavors today and say, I want a ticket, they'll be happy to help you out with that as well. Tickets are only $35 if you're coming alone, but if you're bringing a partner, $50 for a couple there. Again, this is gonna be a little different than a sit down and nosh kind of event that you normally used to at Pecos Flavors Winery.
That's a good way of putting it.
This is gonna be get off your feet, get your boots or tennis shoes or whatever barefoot apparel you're wearing that evening, high heels, whatever that is, and come join us and dance and enjoy the music and just have a good time.
Bring your dance shoes. It's really fun to dance on the dance floor there.
Meredith happens to be an excellent dancer.
Very good.
And
I am not one of those people.
not either. I was always playing the music instead, but.
Well, I know because depending on obviously if this is you're bringing your boot scoot, but this is jazz, so you might want something a little lighter on your feet. That's all I'm saying. Boots might be too heavy.
You're right about that.
This ain't a line dance. It's a little different. Though, you do you up there, I guess. I mean, that's the beauty of music. Sometimes whatever makes you feel, you move the way you move. So, but it's going to be a fun night. That's what we want to point out. Again.
Yeah, we really want people to come out and enjoy this.
Absolutely. Event. And again, if you have any questions or anything, please visit Pecos Flavors Winery website or the Hold My Ticket, or like I said, come by Pecos Flavors, do a little shopping, have lunch there today, and they'll be happy to help you out with about the event. But like I said, we're about a week out from the event, and it's not the biggest venue. So if you want to guarantee you get in there, I would not wait till next weekend to try to do that.
Tickets are selling.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you might, if you wait till like next Friday, you might be outside looking in kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
get your tickets now.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Make your plans.
Thanks to you, that might be a truth.
Hopefully, the dozens that listen, they'll see if they run out there.
we appreciate that.
Anytime. That's what we love doing. And any events we got, even if we're just don't have an event, just saying, hey, we're out here and we'd love to have more volunteers and more people kind of learn what we're about, please reach out. We'd love to have you do that. So,
right.
John, and congratulations or condolences, I don't know, on being president.
John has plans, of course, as we get closer to the festival.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to bring some more guests to you.
It's always fun. We get some great musicians in here, and I love it because, and most of these guys, you know, the guys in the years past, some are from like born and bred in New York City, some come from Europe. You know, I've talked with some guys, and it's always interesting to hear their life and how their life compares to our life here.
But guess what, though? Sure. They highly rate this festival.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They love it. It's so, to them, I think it's a unique experience.
The truth of the matter is, many of them can make more money staying home.
That's what I'm telling you.
They come to because they like being a part of the family.
And the Roswell Jazz Festival is what we're talking about.
Yes, exactly. I was about to give
October.
that. Well, and when we get there, and just as we get there close to that, it's a unique story why the Jazz Festival's here in Roswell, and it's really what we call a blessing from Katrina. And we'll call it that, a blessing from Hurricane Katrina.
Yeah, I'm glad you know about all that. Yeah,
that's kind of the story behind the Jazz Festival. Right. So, but we'll get more into that ditty here in a couple months
as we get closer.
You know what? If you want the story, come out next Saturday and ask, and Mike will be happy to tell you about it.
Sure.
Don't catch him; he's on stage, of course. But
July 18th at Pecos Flavor from 7 to 10.
Yes. And again, get your tickets at holdmyticket.com or the Pecos Flavors Winery website, or come by the winery yourself here on 2nd and get your tickets in person.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys, and stay dry / cool this weekend, because I think we got a chance for both. So, and we'll see you next time, okay?
Thanks, much Mike. Appreciated.
Anytime. Thank you, guys. All right, it is 7:55. Let's pause for weather and your Wall Street business update, and then I think we'll come back on before news. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. 100 to 105 today. Strong high pressure over our area, and it will be sunny all day. Clear and low 70s for the overnight hours. About the same for Saturday, upper 90s to low 100s, and it looks like we'll stay sunny. Then we start to get some humid air moving in on Saturday night, so we could get a few showers or thunderstorms. Slight chance of shower and mid-90s on Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. Stocks rose and oil prices eased on Thursday as financial markets calmed in the wait to see what will come next after President Donald Trump raised doubts about the temporary truce in the war with Iran. The S&P 500 climbed 0.8%. The Dow Jones Industrial Average added 139 points, or 0.3%, and the Nasdaq Composite rallied 1.3%. The potential unraveling of the fragile truce between Iran and the United States renewed anxiety over whether fuel prices would go back up if sustained fighting kept oil tankers from traveling through the Persian Gulf. Oil prices rose to the highest point in weeks after President Donald Trump declared the U.S. ceasefire with Iran over. U.S. applications for jobless aid in the week ending July 4th ticked down by 2,000 to 215,000, and the benchmark 30-year fixed-rate mortgage rate rose to 6.49% from 6.43% last week. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
Usually when you hear the comment that someone is aging gracefully, they're speaking about a person's physical appearance. Although that's a nice compliment, I'd rather age gracefully in my spiritual life. I want to come to the end of my life and know that even though I wasn't perfect, I'm confident that God's saving grace covers me and that I'm ready to go on to my eternal life with Him. Because of that saving grace, I want to have lived my life serving Him and serving others to the best of my ability. We have physical and mental challenges as we age, but that doesn't stop us from serving Him or serving others. It may change how we serve, but it doesn't stop us from serving. We don't ever retire from our Christian life. It's never too late to start living the life God calls you to. It's never too late to accept the saving grace that God offers to all, no matter your age, no matter your abilities. Come join us as we learn how to better know Jesus and to make Jesus known.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The catfish has over 27,000 taste buds. Do you think they prefer fried or blackened? Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning, 7:58. Stay tuned next hour. Around 8:15 or so, we are scheduled to have Sheriff's Office join us. I did send the sheriff a message yesterday. I didn't hear back, so we'll see if he makes it or not. Sometimes when I don't hear back, he doesn't make it. So we may have a backup plan. I have to have a backup plan there, but we'll see. But we are scheduled to have him next hour. Also, mark on your calendars the weekend of August 15th and 16th. The Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico is celebrating the 70th anniversary of the 1956 Lions Hondo Little League World Series Championship team. Good deal. Sheriff's Department's here. Sweet. And this Saturday, Saturday, August 15th, they're going to have the first part of the event at the Lions Hondo Little League Field on Sunset there, and they're going to be doing a presentation of the documentary That'll by Peter Reddick, which is called Roswell Where. And then also will be Dewey Johnson signing his book, That'll Be the Day. And then Sunday at the Archives facility on the 16th, they're going to have a book signing with Dewey there, and that's going to be at 2 p.m., 7:30 p.m. on the 15th and 2 p.m. on the 16th.
I know we don't have a lot of time, but I got to call you out on something.
What's that?
I think ever since you had the documentarian on the radio,
I keep messing that up.
You keep saying documentary.
Documentary doesn't come out in my head
just
right.
Because you had a documentarian on
Yeah, and I keep wanting to say document, and document. It still doesn't come out right now. I can't say documentary. It doesn't come out right. I can't do it. I lost it.
We broke him.
Yeah,
we broke him, everybody. Now we need to make a documentary about how Mike can no longer say documentary.
I can't do it right now. It just won't come out. I don't know what's happened in my brain.
I caught it in the other room. I was like, he's a documentary.
I can't get it to my brain. It won't. I don't know what happened there. I'm sorry. I'm broke. It won't. Documentary.
This is what happens when you talk for a living for 20 years.
Say it again.
Documentary.
Documentary. I keep wanting to say documentary.
I'm John
Here's news.
Lawyers for the man accused of killing Charlie Kirk plan to call a final witness as they try to raise doubts about the prosecution's case. A judge is deciding whether prosecutors have enough evidence to put Tyler Robinson on trial on a charge of aggravated murder. Kirk was killed as he spoke to a crowd at Utah Valley University on September 10th. Robinson charged with aggravated murder and has still not entered a plea. Democrats in Maine are beginning a sprint to nominate a new candidate for a pivotal Senate seat. The drive began after Graham Plattner announced he's withdrawing from the race after a sexual assault allegation. Democrats need to pick a candidate to replace Plattner on the ballot by July 27th, less than 4 months before the nominee will face longtime Republican Senator Susan Collins. A U.S. airport has been renamed today after the president. We have more from correspondent Laura Winters.
PBI, Palm Beach International, now DJT, Donald J. Trump International, son Eric Trump posting the audio from the control tower on his social media pages as he and family members arrive at 5 in the morning for the first flight landing there under the new name.
Attention all aircraft, effective immediately. Palm Beach International Airport is officially President Donald J. Trump International Airport.
The new signs around the airport are up and the name change in effect on the airline websites that operate out of Palm Beach, Florida. Laura Winters reporting.
A major legal battle in Washington continues.
Olympic canoeist David Hurd has pleaded not guilty to a felony charge connected to damage at the Lincoln Memorial Reflecting Pool. Prosecutors say Hearn helped damage the recently renovated landmark. If convicted, he could face up to 10 years in prison. His next court appearance is scheduled for August. Willie Nelson, The White House.
More on these stories from townhall.com.
Health insurance rates are surging in America, leaving millions without affordable options. If you're sick of having paychecks eaten up by healthcare costs or dealing with mega corporations, then listen to this. Christians don't need to waste money on a broken system. That's why I want to tell you about Christian Healthcare Ministries. It's an alternative to traditional health insurance at half the cost. With CHM, fellow believers contribute monthly to help pay each other's medical bills. There's no enrollment period, so you can join anytime. And you aren't restricted to provider networks, so you choose the doctors and hospitals you want. It's that simple. CHM is not insurance. It's a ministry that puts faith into action. Feel the difference of financial support and biblical care from fellow believers. Join CHM today by visiting chministries.org/wellness. That's chministries.org/wellness.
Tensions rising over immigration between the U.S. and Mexico.
Mexico plans to request criminal charges over the deaths of 17 Mexicans in ICE custody or during immigration operations under the Trump administration.
Podemos ser omisos frente.
Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum says we cannot turn a blind eye to the Mexicans who have died during ICE operations or who are or were detained in these detention centers, which are operated by private companies contracted by ICE. The request, which carries no legal weight, will be submitted to state prosecutors and the Justice Department. It will be accompanied by civil lawsuits against the companies that operate the detention centers. I'm Ed Donahue.
Meanwhile, U.S. officials say those being held by authorities were there for a reason. Primarily, they had entered the United States illegally, and many had then broken various laws. News at townhall.com. Britain's potential next leader is canvassing members of Parliament for support. Karen Chalmers reports that it is a rather complicated process, but one candidate in particular appears to be on his way to becoming the next prime minister.
Nominations are opening in a Labour Party election to replace Keir Starmer as Britain's Prime Minister. Former Greater Manchester Mayor Andy Burnham is expected to be the sole candidate. He needs at least 80 signatures from Labour lawmakers to run, a target he's likely to exceed. Other potential contenders have ruled themselves out, including former Defence Minister Al Carnes. Speaking a week earlier in Manchester, Burnham promised sweeping changes on the domestic front.
I am going to break with the more of the same approach that has got us here. I am going to give Britain the circuit breaker it needs.
Karen Shamas, London.
More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. Let's have a listen. What does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2.
The Juice.
Oh, Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Friday.
Yes, welcome to it.
Something happened yesterday, was announced yesterday, that most of you will not care about. 99% of you will not care about, but I care about it. So I'm going to talk about it.
I have a microphone attached to a cable, so you will listen to every damn word I have to say.
But it's exciting to me, so I share it with you, even though you will not care. But the Washington Commanders announced yesterday that they finally are going to retire the jersey number of one John Riggins, number 44.
Ah.
Now, most of you all don't care.
You know what? I'm going to tell you why I do care.
Why?
You've recently started watching, and you probably finished now or got caught up to the Netflix series Tires.
Yes.
Starring one Shane Gillis.
To be honest, I've got one more episode to watch in the second season, and I'm done with it.
Starring one Shane Gillis.
Yes.
Shane Gillis he's a native to that region.
Yeah.
He grew up a fan of the Redskins, yada yada yada. He had a dog who sadly a few years ago passed away, named Riggins.
Ah.
And he would always, whenever he would make appearances on any of his podcasts or go on the bonfire, he'd always say, "Shout out Riggins." So
was he named after John Riggins?
John
I'm
Riggins,
assuming.
yep.
Yeah. Now, John Riggins is the reason I'm a Redskins fan, and I'm telling you that because I was when the Redskins, and he's a Redskin, and he'll tell you as much. Like you guys, like I remember. Like, here's the thing about John Riggins is he got like in the Hall of Fame, like the first eligible as with his gold jacket and all. He's a Hall of Famer, but the Redskins didn't really give him his flowers until the last 8-10 years. Like they finally brought him in the Ring of Honor of a couple of years ago, and when he showed up, he had this burgundy jacket. You fly it open, it had a big Redskins logo. It was not the Commanders.
And that was during the football team region, right? Like the Washington football team.
Yeah. And so, but now they're finally retiring 44. Now, but the reason I was saying, when John Riggins made his infamous Super Bowl run against the Dolphins, the 4th-and-1 run, it kind of made him infamous, I guess you could say, to everybody else that didn't know him. And that was the time I was about 10 years old. And that's when I just started really understanding football. And I'm from D.C., and that's what I'm enjoying is a Super Bowl run with John Riggins and Joe Theismann and all. And so that's why I'm a Redskins fan, because I came in at really the high water mark of being a Redskin fan.
It is. When you can become a fan of something at its peak, you really do. You run the risk of becoming like a lifelong fan
and that's
of that
exactly
thing.
what happened to me. And I organically came into it just because of when I got put on this earth, basically. You know,
won you over.
Yeah, and Riggo was always, and he was like, before there was your Dennis Rodmans and all these guys that were kind of showmen, there was John Riggins. John Riggins, he was drafted by the Jets. He had he's a big hulking cowboy white dude. He had a giant afro. One does in the 70s, and he ended up with the Redskins. He got drafted by the Jets, and he actually told a story yesterday why he's number 44, and it was literally because it was earmarked for another dude for the Jets. They didn't take him. They took him, and they gave him 44, and he's been 44 ever since. But anyway, and so he was just a flamboyant dude back then, and he was also his nickname was the Diesel because you like RFK Stadium. Whenever he touched the ball, this truck horn would come through, and he just mow people over, and it was amazing. John Riggins was by far the reason why I'm a Redskins fan.
That is the quintessential
Yes, there it is, the John Riggins.
70s football picture with the upturned blonde mustache.
Yeah, John Riggins was he was part of what they called the 5 o'clock club, and like him, the offensive line, and a couple coaches would literally go drink beer in the equipment shed where they store all the junk they called the 5 o'clock club, and it was all Riggins.
Did they raise the jersey? Is it going to like stay in
what's going to happen is they'll retire the number, and so I think the number retired will be displayed on the stadium somewhere. But what it essentially means is no other Washington commander
could get the number, sure.
And but they're going to do a ceremony honoring him on November 8th game, I think it is, whatever. It's one of the games this season. That's where they announced it. And the Redskins have only retired, let me think now. Sammy Baugh's number's retired. Sonny Jurgensen's number's retired. Charlie Taylor's number's retired. Darryl Green's number was just retired. Art Monk's number was just retired. And now John Riggins. I think that's all of them. I might have missed one, but I think that's it. That's all they retired. So... Like let me think. 9, 33, can't remember Taylor's, 28.
I'm doing math.
81, and 44.
And the Powerball is 12.
7. But anyway, I thought it was a cool deal.
Well, that's neat, though.
But Riggins is the man.
At least they let the guy take his jersey off before they raised it up. Hey, wait, guys, wait, hold on, guys.
I don't think Riggins would fit in his jersey anymore.
That's fair.
He's still a brute.
I was going to say, I saw some of the pictures of him. Yeah, he's older.
I think shortly after his NFL career, he went through a divorce and was broke, and he literally lived in like a rental storage unit, like the garage, like Storage Wars. He lived in one of those for a minute, and then I think he finally got his back on his feet and got money, and now he's doing fine. I think he literally lives on a ranch. He's a rancher, man. He goes out there and like he's in the 70s and out there splitting wood and doing like all this macho manly stuff still. And John Riggins is still kind of. John Riggins is who he says he is. He's all man.
There was I think it was Killer Kowalski.
Yeah.
He used to have this bit. It was like a bar trick originally, but it was kind of his thing. It became his thing, where he could take an apple and with one hand just crush an apple.
Yeah.
That man could do that into his 80s. You've got a flailing kind of old man, kind of just kind of standing there, and you're like, okay, he needs to be gentle. Somebody hands him an apple, and he's like, wow. I had no idea. That kind of stuff, it sticks around.
Yeah,
you don't just lose the abilities.
Yeah, I remember seeing the guy. I mean, we probably should get the article, but I remember seeing there's like a guy on the internet, and he's huge. Like he's got arms as big, and he literally crushes like cooking pans, things like he'll take a frying pan and just, but he does it like some guys I've seen him and they're like they can do it, but this dude's literally doing it like he's folding a piece of paper. Right. It's like what?
And it's all done through the power of Jesus Christ. That's really all we're trying to say. Bring back the power to it.
All I know is don't shake that man's hand.
Do not. Or if you do, just quick release.
I'm going to lose it, but yeah. Let me give you some for this hour of the show. We'll get you up to date with the weather here in just a bit, and then we're going to have Lieutenant Jacob Sanchez join us with the Chaves County Sheriff's Department here in just a few, so we'll get an update from him. Later on in the hour, we'll do news and all that good stuff and whatever else we can come up with for this hour of the show. Before we do that, though, let's go ahead and take a gander at your weather. A little hot, maybe some rain, too. We'll see.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. 100 to 105 today. Strong high pressure over our area, and it will be sunny all day. Clear and low 70s for the overnight hours. About the same for Saturday, upper 90s to low 100s, and it looks like we'll stay sunny. Then we start to get some humid air moving in on Saturday night, so we could get a few showers or thunderstorms. Slight chance of shower and mid-90s on Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 77 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 56% with winds out of the south at 12 miles per hour. For today, sunny, hot, high of 102. Don't get any better for today. It's going to be a warm one. Winds will be out of the southeast at around 10 miles per hour. Tonight, they're giving us a 20% chance of some showers and thunderstorms, but they're talking like overnight, like after 3 in the morning. Partly cloudy with an overnight low of 72. Southeast winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Saturday, sunny skies, a high of 99 with southeast winds at around 10 miles per hour. But Saturday night, we're looking at a 40% chance at showers and thunderstorms, mainly before midnight. Overnight low of 70 with southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. 20% chance at some afternoon showers on Sunday afternoon, otherwise sunny and 95. But Sunday night, once again, our rain chances bump up to 40%, mostly clear with an overnight low of 68. And then Monday, when you head back to it, a 20% chance of rain with highs in the low 90s. And it looks like slight chances of rain perhaps Tuesday and into Wednesday as well, too. We'll see. All right, it is 8:16. We're going to take about a 2-minute break here, and then Lieutenant Jacob Sanchez with the Chaves County Sheriff's Department will join us on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Hats off to 90 years. The 90th Annual Lee County Fair and PRCA Rodeo, July 31st through August 8th. Experience the Arts and Crafts Showcase, carnival rides, commercial vendors, livestock shows, Pioneer Iron Chef Contest, the Fiddlers Contest, Mutton Bustin', Junior Livestock Sale, special rodeo, and exhibits in the Yucca Building. Plus, enjoy some of the best fair food in New Mexico. And don't miss PRCA Extreme Bulls on Tuesday, August 4th. Get more info at LeeCountyFair.net. The 90th Annual Lee County Fair and PRCA Rodeo, July 31st through August 8th at the Fairgrounds in Lovington. Hats off to 90 years. The 90th Annual Lee County Fair and PRCA Rodeo, July 31st through August 8th. Experience the Arts and Crafts Showcase, carnival rides, commercial vendors, livestock shows, Pioneer Iron Chef Contest, the Fiddlers Contest, Mutton Bustin', Junior Livestock Sale, special rodeo, and exhibits in the Yucca Building. Plus, enjoy some of the best fair food in New Mexico. And don't miss PRCA Extreme Bulls on Tuesday, August 4th. Get more info at LeeCountyFair.net. The 90th Annual Lee County Fair and PRCA Rodeo, July 31st through August 8th at the Fairgrounds in Lovington.
Do you have missing teeth or would like them replaced? If you think dental implants are not affordable, think again. At Maupin and Brown Dentistry, their goal has always been to provide the highest quality dentistry in a state-of-the-art office at a reasonable price. They routinely treat patients that have traveled out of town for a consultation but cannot afford the treatment quoted. If this sounds like your story, come in today. As one of New Mexico's largest users of the world-class Nobel implants, they're able to purchase in volume and pass the savings on to you. So if you're missing a tooth or have loose dentures, call today for a free evaluation, which includes a free 3D x-ray. You'll be given treatment options and an honest evaluation with no hard sell, no arm twisting. But don't take our word for it. Just ask one of the thousands of patients they've treated. Maupin and Brown Dentistry, your choice for experienced, affordable, state-of-the-art dentistry. Call 627-0141 or visit maupinbrown.com.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Men are 6 times more likely to be struck by lightning than women. That's because men are 6 times more likely to wear a tinfoil hat in a thunderstorm. Here's Mike Winters.
True statement there. Good morning. It is 18 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from the Chaves County Sheriff's Department, we have Lieutenant Jacob Sanchez with us. Good morning, sir. How you doing today?
Good morning. I'm doing great. Thank you.
Good deal. How's life out on the beat been lately for you?
Well, it's pretty busy, especially for our patrol guys, because we're a little thin.
Right. Well, and that's the saying. If right now, if you're interested in a career with sheriffs and law enforcement, please go to the Chaves County website and apply within for the sheriff's department. They can use more folks right now, and the good news is it's not like they'll work with you leading up to the academy and get you prepped and trained and do all that stuff. So by the time you get ready to go to the actual academy, which is, I think they do it like once every 6 months or so, like that.
Yes, yeah. One just finished in May.
Okay, so they'll probably start another one here.
Start in August.
There we go. So
just in a month and a half from now.
And if that's the thing, they'll try to get you ready by August. But if not, then we'll just keep working with you, and we'll start you up in January where the next class would be here.
Yeah, whenever we get a new recruit at the sheriff's office, there is some time, a few months from when you have to take the pre-assessment for the police academy, and in that time, it could be anywhere from 4 to 5 months,
right,
where you're with us. You're doing a lot of in-house trainings. You're working at the courthouse, just a lot of training. We're just trying to load you up on as much as you can.
All the aspects of life as a deputy.
Just try to get you around all the major concepts of law enforcement. That way you can start having an understanding of them, and then when you go into the police academy, you're not so blinded by going in there really quick.
Sure. Well, and I imagine too, because I know, talking with sheriffs, undersheriff, and everybody from the department that's sat here, one of the biggest tools that you guys have as law enforcement officers is like the knowing of your neighborhoods and knowing the community. That's why the deputies, they kind of patrol the same areas all the time because they know the neighborhoods. They know the people in there. The people know them. They build a trust there. So I imagine you even start a little of that probably at some point. It's like they're riding with the other officers, and even though they may not be in this exact beat when they come back, they kind of get familiar with the lay of the land, know some of the people there, and start to build that repertoire for when this individual does come back from the academy and is, doing more of a full duties of a sheriff deputy. They've already kind of got that stuff in their back pocket to work with.
We try to get them familiarized with the county as best we can, because there's a lot to Chavez County.
Absolutely.
Just over 6,000 square miles. We have a North Districts, our South Districts, our Valley District, Duncan, and it's a lot of terrain to get to know, especially if you're not from here or grew up in those areas.
Absolutely.
It's a lot to get familiarized with, especially all these back roads, shortcuts, all these other places. And
the county is way bigger than you think it is, and there's I did get an opportunity several years ago to do a ride along with the sheriff's department overnight shift, and it was eye opening. It is. There's parts of Roswell that I was just, you get back into some neighborhoods and things, and you just, wow, I've never been back here, didn't know this was here, and the deputies, and this is where I thought it was kind of cool is we're going down that particular night, we're going down an alley, and there's I'm guessing a homeless gentleman kind of laying on the alley there, and the officer there was going to do a wellness check, make sure he's okay and nothing wrong with him, just checking in on him. But what got me was as we pull up on this thing, the deputy's like, all right, there's two guys over here. One, like, he's just pointing out, I missed all this.
Just keeping your head on.
And I stayed in the car, but just that was the one thing that was like, wow, this is why it's different to be a deputy versus just the average person out there on the street.
Yeah, and just like you said, just just keeping your head on a swivel and seeing everything around you. When you get into law enforcement, especially law enforcement, and other careers that deal with first responder, that becomes like second nature to you.
Sure,
you're doing it without even thinking you're doing it.
But I imagine the academy teaches you some of that, but most of that's literally just doing the job and learning from experience, right?
Yeah, the academy will teach you it in a controlled scenario,
sure,
and by curriculum. But after you graduate the academy, when you come out to the real world, when we put you out with the wolves, that's when we're really gonna crack down on watching you and training you, because right off the bat, as a brand new recruit, you're gonna be nervous.
Sure.
You're gonna get a little bit of that,
and you're probably gonna make a mistake. It's just natural as humans. That's what they do.
It's natural. It's natural to get tunnel vision, and that's something we try to train on.
Sure.
I'm trying to teach guys on how to break it. Get out of that tunnel vision. That
absolutely,
way
and that's kind of true in
head on a swivel.
Any pressure. EMS, certainly military, law enforcement. That's all incorporated into that training, and this is kind of where the experience meets the training, and that turns into what people would call like the spidey sense or whatever. What I mean? That is, it's just the you get the feeling, you get the whatever it is. It's something is all right. I got to pay attention, and it's something that you get over time and experience, and you train for it to learn what it is, but you live life to kind of hone the skill and experience it a little bit. If that makes sense.
You got to keep doing it on your own.
Sure.
After you've been trained, either through your life growing up, if it's through an academy or through some type of training through work, you still got to do it.
Absolutely.
Every day on your own.
And this is where the part is why we honor the blue, so to speak. This is because this is where it takes that part of the job where not everybody can do this, is because you got to be that person. But in this world today, in an instant, be the guidance counselor, buddy. You know what I mean? And that's not easy for people to flip that script real quick like that, to go from defensive or to have to be aggressive to be your buddy. And that's hard to do. And that's to me, that's an art that law enforcement folks
have. It really
have.
is, and that's kind of what some things I've always tell our new recruits.
Yeah,
you have to learn how to read people, and it's they'll teach you it in the academy on what to look for.
Right.
But then it's up to you to really pull that training in and understand it and break it down, all those little concepts on what you're looking for.
Sure.
When you're talking to somebody, because after you learn to read somebody, then you can talk to them, build that rapport real quick. Different from a guy who's being aggressive, from somebody who's being sad, from somebody who just lost a family member, on how to pick up on all the body language, the way they're talking, the way they're using their arms, or sitting down. A lot of people use their hands to talk.
Sure.
And it builds good rapport, but that's something you have to practice.
Absolutely.
And that's one of the things I really like. I really like that.
Yeah, it's almost that you got to have that kind of psychology major behind you a little bit too when as part of law enforcement training.
Yes.
But anyway, if you love to serve people and have that server's heart, that's what we're looking for in law enforcement. And please, if that sounds like something you love to do, and this is the thing. It's not an easy job. No one's ever going to tell you being a sheriff's deputy is an easy job, but I will tell you this: it is a rewarding job, and it is
rewarding.
It is a job that I'm a military veteran, so I can kind of experience what you guys experience in the term of camaraderie, fellowship. If you're looking to be a part of something and want, there's people out there that dude, like I want to be part of a team. I want to have a guy that has my back all the time. That lifestyle is very much a part of law enforcement, on and off,
very so
on and off the job, so to speak.
Yeah, you live this job and you're at this job more than you are at home.
Yeah, it is more than just a job. It's a family, it's a lifestyle, it's a career. It's it's because ideally, every law enforcement at some point that's been serving for 20 years is going to see some stuff. That's just, if you haven't,
absolutely.
I don't know how you did that. And so the way people get through that is each other. And sometimes the only people who can relate to that kind of stuff is the people that have seen it too. And no offense to people that haven't, but you just don't get it. And I know you want to, but you can't. And so that's why sometimes when military, law enforcement, EMS, when they deal with these PTSD type deals, they turn inward, turn to others that could maybe relate to what they're talking about. So, but that being said, that's what you're getting into, is you're signing up, you're joining a family, so to speak. And if you treat it in that such, I guarantee you're going to have a very rewarding career in law enforcement.
Yes. Yeah. Especially at the sheriff's office, really family based.
Absolutely. So that being said, as far as I know, we're at the summer and things. What's some of the stuff that you guys are seeing that maybe want to put on people's radar? Any safety issues or things that we want to?
Safety. Now that school was out just a short time ago, and it's about to start very soon again. The summer's gone by.
Sorry, teachers, really you're like weeks away.
Yeah, just a few weeks away for the teachers, and my wife, she's a teacher, so she's she's about to start, and she's also been tutoring every day, so her summer hasn't even been off.
What grade does he teach? I might asking.
Well, she works at Pecos Elementary.
Okay.
And she does with dyslexia.
Oh, okay, I got you. So she's a specialist there. Okay, yeah. My wife teaches second grade at Berendo Elementary, so she's been doing it for 30 years now. So yeah.
So before with summer safety, some things we like to talk about, especially biggest thing is traveling. A lot of things to think about, to kind of calculate before you get on the road and get out there with your kids, is have some type of little backup plan in case something might happen on the side of the road.
Absolutely.
Always carry water with you in your vehicle. I mean, even just like me with my kids and all our vehicles, we have bottled waters that have been there for like 2-3 months.
Yeah.
And they always come in handy. Sometimes the kids might spill something. Well, where's that bottled water? You can rinse it off.
Sure. And then we live in, let's face it, we don't live like on the East Coast or in cities and things. You can drive in places, and if something, God forbid, something happens in the state of New Mexico in certain locations, they might not find you for a little bit of time.
Yes.
And so having a few supplies handy in case it might be the difference between making it and not making it sometimes.
Yeah, just extra supplies while you're on the road. One of the things I like to add is, I don't know if a lot of people do it, but my wife and I, we do it with our kids, is the small pack of Clorox wipes.
Okay.
Keep those with you in your vehicle, because when you have to stop at those gas stations to do, potty breaks for the kids, we're kind of germaphobes. Even if it looks clean, you could go in there with that Clorox wipe.
And I imagine your background,
wipe it down. You're good to go.
Just because of knowing what you do, I imagine you're one of those guys that every time you touch anything, I'm sanitizing or gloving up or something.
Exactly. We have hand sanitizer everywhere.
Oh yeah, you guys live with that stuff. But by the way, you can always, like, if you want to help out the sheriff's department for donations, gloves and those hand sanitizers. If you bring boxes of stuff, they love that kind of stuff, and all the officers can definitely help, because they always keep a stack of those in their cars and their vehicles, just because.
And Lysol too.
Yes,
keeping a Lysol can in your your vehicle too while you're traveling. That helps out too.
Absolutely, yeah. You don't realize how big of a
bathrooms.
You're making these officers' lives so much better when you can donate. So if you do, trust me, I know it may sound trivial. That's game changer stuff for our law firm for guys. Yeah,
especially Lysol. Even our new recruits, I tell them, Lysol your boots, Lysol your uniform when you're in a nasty place, because you don't want to take that home.
Well, I mean,
you'll come home smelling like Lysol.
Well, even if just the day-to-day stuff, but like the fentanyl world now, and that's got to be scary. And I know your guys train hard on making sure not to get exposed to that stuff, but dude, it's really hard not to sometimes. You know, it just is. So you got to protect yourself.
Be there and you don't even know.
Exactly. So, but anyway, that's kind of the key on that kind of stuff. But as far as safety goes, keep some wipes in the car. Not necessarily for fentanyl-laced people, but just for kids having issues and things like that.
Another safety thing that I like to touch on is parking lots, especially with your kids. I see it a lot. Kind of gives me a little cringes whenever I see it. Is parents, whenever you get to a parking lot at a store, try to train your kids to don't get out of the car until I go to your door.
Okay.
Because a lot of young kids, as soon as they park, they like just to get out.
They get excited and take off running. Yeah.
They're not thinking about opening the door, what's going to come, if a car might come and hit the door or hit them. That's something that we do as my family.
Yeah.
Is you wait at the door till I open it, and then you get out. Especially in a busy parking lot.
Sure.
Whatever door I go to, both of my kids will come out that same door.
And it's too easy to lose them and stuff. So yeah, it makes sense.
They're not thinking of that, and it's opposite when they're getting into the car. Walk them to the door. As soon as they're in the car, close it. They can buckle themselves when they're old enough.
Sure.
But I've seen it to where parents will just walk up to the car. Their little 5-6-year-old, will go to their parents already in the car before they are. And they're just waiting for that door to close.
They're just dropping like there's a teenager in there or something.
But you never know what can happen.
Yeah, depending on their size, some of those probably need to be in a seat still, depending on their weight and size. I'm guessing. So which is another matter altogether. So,
but yeah, just make sure your kids are in the car.
Sure.
Before you get in, close that door. Make sure they're in there, because if you get in before, if in a busy parking lot, distracted drivers, older folks, or just people in a hurry parking can either hit your child, hit the door.
Sure. We all know the games.
Or even the worst, people who like to grab.
Yeah, the sycophants. Yeah, people with not they aren't living normal and have nefarious ideas and
things.
That's
one of the things for parking lots that we would like to touch on.
Absolutely, and that's and we all see it every weekend. We'll go to the stores and and the parking lots are crazy. And I imagine law enforcement spends a lot of time dealing with issues at those parking lots on weekends, between fender benders to all kinds of stuff. And so and unfortunately, there's a lot of people not paying attention in a parking lot, and most of them are mad because there's a bunch of people. I mean, there's a lot going on, and then your kid just running excited is just that's one of those things that unfortunately that's how one of these kids end up getting hurt really bad because of complacency, and there's a whole lot of complacency going on there.
A little bit of complacency and in a hurry. Just think tactically.
Yeah,
I guess I would say even when you're unloading your groceries in the car, if your kid's going to help out, fine. Just make sure they're away from the aisle where the vehicles are moving.
Sure, kind of keep them inside there.
Or mainly what we do is you sit in the car, close the door, we're loading the groceries.
Sure.
I know where you're at. I don't have to worry about you running off.
Exactly.
Or you want putting the bags in the car. So that's something about for parking lots.
Although if you got the money, get the delivery service, then you can leave the kids at home and not have to worry about that.
Oh yeah,
I'm all about that.
That's a good benefit for it. I've been waiting for something like that out in the county where I live. It doesn't go out.
It's not quite that far yet. Oh man,
our closest store is the dollar store there at Midway, but that store has a lot. We call that the Midway Mall.
Yeah. Well, good news is you don't have to be as on your toes at the Midway Mall as you do in Roswell. So if your kid runs, you're a little bit, all right, not that big a deal. A little busier here, but and that's the true just in summer in general, because everyone's out. A lot of people are out, and things are busier during the summer because a lot of people are off at various times, and so so it's just a busier time, and a lot of people are outdoors and things, and so you kind of, when that's happening, you as parents and you as individuals kind of have to pay a little bit more attention to what's going on out there.
Yeah, and especially with the teenagers too. The teenagers who are out this summer driving around. Just another thing. Just make sure you're not being distracted, texting or driving.
And all teenagers are
driving. Just pay attention.
Yeah. Be that. And this is the thing we get, because let's face it, we all were teenagers. We're all teenagers, and we're young and dumb and did dumb things. I don't care who you are, where you are. You did something dumb when you were a teenager. Yes. and unfortunately, some of the stuff you guys see is stuff we can't walk back from as dumb teenagers anymore. Yeah. And so, this texting and driving, certainly drinking and driving and stuff, but even I would even say the bigger problem now is the distracted driving with texting and things like that. I mean, the message out is pretty dumb to be drinking and driving. Not saying people don't do it, but most people are more guilty of the texting and driving and that type. And all of us have done it. We all, even if it's just to say okay or yes while you're sitting at a stoplight, that's when somebody ends up dying, because no one thinks that's going to happen to them until it does.
Yeah. The teenagers, the distracted driving. Just be cautious. Just be aware. Drive safe. If you're going to be out at night, hanging with your friends or doing stuff, just be honest with your guardians about where you're going to be. Have that trust with them. Just that way, in case anything might happen, somebody could get to you, and you're safe.
Well, let's just say the odds are, if it's 11, 12 o'clock at night and there's a group of people out there, they're probably up to no good doing something. You know what I mean? Just odds are there's something not going on that's up to no good.
Or maybe the town too. There's not too much to do that late at night also.
But let's just say you're allowed to, but the sheriff's department, law enforcement will be like, we're going to pay a little bit more attention to what's going on over here, because might be some things that shouldn't be happening.
Yes, that's true. And
that's the thing that gets me. And I gotta ask this too, real quick, because I see online stuff. How many cases get solved because you just see people saying dumb stuff online? I feel, because I see so much. You get on Facebook and people just say the dumbest things. What are you doing? And I gotta imagine sometimes as sheriff's deputies, you see, well, you just solved our case for us here.
So sometimes that does happen, or somebody will be recording something or post it on social media.
Sure.
And then it's a lead to the case that we're working, and we'll contact them. And
I mean, God bless y'all. Keep being dumb and talking, but I'm just telling you, when you put things on the internet, everybody sees it, including people you may not want to see.
Yeah. Especially when your social medias aren't private, and they're public to everybody.
Do y'all get a lot of calls from that? Because I know you get scams and things, but and unfortunately, when it comes to a lot of internet stuff, most sheriff's deputies and departments or local law enforcement's hands are pretty tied on some of that. But do you guys get some of that kind of stuff from time to time?
We get scams reported pretty often throughout the month. When it's a scam, it's really hard to find out who they are, especially just on our small local side. I seen a Dateline documentary a few years ago where they try to catch a scammer.
And it's a rabbit hole,
it's a rabbit hole. It was just off of an email, and it led them to another country.
Yeah.
And they've been working that case for a year and a half, and they thought that they were going to catch that scammer. And then something fishy got going on towards the end where they were supposed to meet him, and the guy ran off. And they don't even know if that was the actual guy. So
it's really hard.
Catching a scammer is...
So really, it's education
almost,
and
almost
just
impossible.
If it seems fishy, it probably is fishy, and certainly, because I know you guys do get people saying this person called, and I can tell you this: if any utility, anybody, any government entity, they're not going to call you out of the blue wanting anything, and certainly if they're saying they're the IRS or the state or whoever it is, hang up the phone, call the state, call the IRS. They'll be happy to tell you if something's going on.
And there are some people who try to scam people in our county as a real scammer, but they're not a real scammer. And then when we get a lead that they weren't a real scammer, this happened with us at the sheriff's office. we did the case, did the investigation, and it led to their house here in Roswell.
Oh wow!
And we got them.
Wow, that's cool.
So some people will try to act like scammers,
sure,
and not know that we have the tools and technology, to to track you down if it's something local.
Yeah, if it's pretty big, we're going to find it out.
Yeah.
It's when your stuff starts getting wired to offshore accounts and it's coming from a phone bank in China or someplace, that's where it gets hard. But if you're sitting in Roswell with whatever you think you got is pretty encrypted, no. Sheriff's deputies, law enforcement, from all levels will find that pretty quickly.
Yeah, that one was... I was surprised that actually happened and we got them that quick. I was just like, man, some things that people do.
Well, she was curious. Was the guy pretty smart guy, or was he just a guy that was just really dumb with an idea?
From what I remember, it was a couple.
Okay.
It was a boyfriend, girlfriend, brother, sister, something like that, or husband.
Like, was there
wife,
some ingenuity to it, or was it kind of just really dumb?
They just kind of seems like they just gave it a shot. To see what happened, and it didn't work.
They were probably sitting one night, maybe inebriated. Yeah, I got a way to make some money, man.
Let's try this thing. Say we got your daughter hostage and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, man.
It was probably not even within an hour and a half. Knock on the door, sheriff's office. So.
Well, good news is they got a place for the night.
Yeah, they sure did.
Don't do that. What is there any other kind of scams things or any other stuff that you guys are seeing right now that we might want to put on people's radar?
A lot of them are coming out or through the coming out like through court.
Okay.
With some type of court title on there that's saying you gotta, like, you have a warrant out for your arrest. Some say in Mexico, like magistrate court and district courts and stuff like that. But and that you have to pay this and the warrant will be dropped. Through the mail, through credit card.
They don't operate that way, by the way.
That is not how that operates. Some of those New Mexico tolls scams.
We have zero tolls in the state of New Mexico, by the way. I got one of those, like, what toll road in New Mexico did I hit? There's no such thing. I started laughing when I saw it.
And it's mainly been the same ones that have been going on throughout about this year and a half that the sheriff and undersheriff posted on our Facebook page. But what we like to tell people is if you have any doubt that it might be or might not be a scam, you're unsure, just bring it to the sheriff's office. We'll let you know if it is.
Yeah.
And if it is, it's just...
But I can tell you right now, if you get a text claiming to be from a DMV or from someone, that's not how they operate. You're going to get a letter in the mail, probably a certified letter.
Yes.
And if it's court-related, maybe an actual live person delivering it to you.
Yes.
You're not gonna get a text from a court or from somebody saying you're wanted. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, and it's crazy how the ideas that these scammers come up with.
Mm-hmm.
Just be ready. There'll be a new one here by the fall.
And unfortunately, they get better at it too. And like I know with like emails and things, there are so many. Hopefully, folks are pretty wise to email stuff that a lot of times you'll get things from. You think it's your bank. You think it's your. I've seen a lot of, especially national banks like your Wells Fargo or Bank of America. Those get faked all the time and thinking they're legit
they like
things.
To target elderly people,
sure,
especially ones that haven't really been involved in social media or technology, and they'll just think it's something they have to pay, and they'll pay it.
So please, if you do get one of those emails, and even if, because some of them get looking convincing with the letterhead and everything, and then you got to really look to find where let's look at that address or look at this. But if anything looks fishy, just don't respond to the email. Call your bank; they'll be happy to tell you if there's a problem. If there's not, then you're good to go.
Yes.
So. Is there anything else we want to cover? Is there anything else we missed at LT we want to cover?
No, just me, just on here, just doing a little recruiting again, as always here at the sheriff's office. Just apply on our website through the NeoGov account, or give me a call at the sheriff's office. Be glad to have you come by and go over what we have at the sheriff's office, what we offer, what the county offers benefits wise, which is really great.
Sure.
Just summer safety, just when you're on the road with your kids, just make sure you have some type of little backup plan in case something might happen where you're kind of be stranded on the side of the road for a little while. Especially with kids as adults. I mean, we can hang in there a little bit longer than they can.
Sure. Kids, you got to pamper
just
a little
snacks, water, Germex, stuff.
I highly recommend too. Like, you can get them at a big box store. They have little like car first aid kits. Throw them in there.
Yes, first aid kits.
It's never. You never know when you're going to need a Band-Aid or something. Keep that, obviously if you can keep, some of the, as a growing up and then, dads, keep your jumper cables in there. I'm one of those mindsets. So I've got that kind of stuff. I got a pair of jumper cables in there. I got, stuff. I got
everything but the engine lift to take it out.
I got something to brush snow. When's the last time I need to brush snow off my? But you know what I mean. And so that you got to think with road trips around here. Yeah, keep the water kit, the cooler. If you got a little Playmate or whatever, and fill it up with water and snacks and things. Even if it's just for yourself, but especially for the kids.
Other thing too, while traveling, just thought of just to add to it is share your location with some family members if you're okay with it. I mean, I'm fine with it. My mom has my location, my wife, my sister-in-law. I mean, I never even think to remember that they even have it, but in case anything happens, I know somebody knows where we're going to be.
Absolutely, and I would say it doesn't happen often, but I'm going to say at least once every year or two, you'll hear a statewide story of someone gone missing because they were traveling and they were not from here, but they were traveling here and ended up missing. And having that set up on their phone probably would have solved a lot of those cases for those types of people.
Yeah, even if it's just temporary for your trip, just turn it on, share it with somebody.
Yeah,
it's just good to keep on your mind that you know where they're at.
Absolutely. So just be smart, when you're doing your travel things and have those plans and obviously, if gas accordingly, if you're err on the side of caution, if you're like, all right, I got a quarter of a tank, I got to go to Vaughn. Maybe you want to fill up before you go to Vaughn. That's all I'm saying. What I mean? Think about that. Because there ain't a lot of place between here and Vaughn to get, and I don't know if that quarter tank's going to get you there.
We just came back from Vaughn just a few days ago. And fill up before going because Vaughn's gas prices are a little bit higher the further you go north.
And I was a couple weeks ago, I don't know if you remember, they had the fires right around Klein's Corners with the wind turbines. I happened to be there that day, and what took normally a 3-hour trip to get home took about 5 hours to get home. So, and sometimes you got to prepare for that kind of stuff. And with the kids, not even if it's something out of your control, just sometimes you're going to be in, it just happens. Yep. And so plan accordingly, especially when you're in the middle of nowhere and the kid can't get a drink or kid, and they need to pull over to pee, you use your judgment on that. I know you can get pulled over for that, but if you're in the middle of nowhere peeing, I don't think there's a cop going to give you a ticket for that.
Just find a decent spot.
It's
all about the intention.
Yeah. Now, if you're being a jerk and drunk, then you will. But if you're just out there to pee in the middle of nowhere, they probably won't give you a hard time. We get it. Emergencies happen. So. Good deal. LT, is there anything else we want to cover? Or we pretty much get it all for this time.
I think we got it all so far. Just especially with the teenagers this summer. Just be smart. Be mindful. Be courteous to everybody around you while you're driving.
Know where they're going. I mean, we've this community suffered a few young losses here over the last 6-8 months that are we're still reeling from, and we want to avoid the next one from happening here, and that's what LT's talking about. Let's do these things to make sure your kids come home at night. Even if they're mad at you, they're still coming home at night. You know what I mean?
You got to call us to find them. We'll bring them home to you. That way you can discipline them.
Absolutely.
They'll get a little butt chewing with us while we're taking them back to you, but we'll let you deal with them.
Sheriff's Department will help you, but they love it when you discipline your kids. I mean, within appropriate measures.
Yes, absolutely.
But and please, if you are interested in a career with the Sheriff's Department, please go to the county website, apply within, come by the Sheriff's office, talk with somebody. They'll be happy to fill you in and maybe even start the process here.
Best thing is to come by. That way I can show you on paper our numbers, especially with the county and our benefits. We got really good benefits.
It is. It's really great. I know this, and I know you'll hear stuff in the news and people need more money and stuff, but I know for a fact county employees, by and large, there's a reason why people work for the county 20 and 30 years, and even in the Sheriff's Department. It's because it's a good place to work. Yes. So, I mean, you're always going to have your hills and valleys, but at the end of the day, it's just a great place to work. Yep. And so, good deal. LT, as always, thank you, and we'll see you next time, if not sooner, or whenever. And all this whole conversation is that kind of recruitment. I know once you get to LT into that level of the department, you kind of get a area of your leading.
You get tasked with certain jobs. So right now I'm over patrol, recruiting, and canine.
Okay, so you kind of got all the stuff we talked about today. Yeah. Makes sense while he's here.
Yes, sir.
Well, good deal. Well, thank you, LT. And any other help we can do with that, or anything, if we need something outside of our normal deal, or if you got some kind of event or things that we need to promote, please just reach out, and we'll be happy to help you do that.
Awesome. So, we appreciate that.
All right. Thanks, LT. You. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.
All right. It is closing in on 8:50. Let's pause for news and Wall Street business update, weather, and commercials. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
With SRN News, I'm John Scott. A series of unclaimed airstrikes have hit Iran after the U.S. said it ended its attacks, raising questions about who targeted the Islamic Republic. The strikes on Thursday hit areas across southern Iran. They came amid tensions over the Strait of Hormuz, Iran insisting on controlling it, while the U.S. and allies want it reopened as a free international waterway. Ukrainian drones have hit Russian oil facilities and set 2 oil tankers ablaze in the Sea of Azov. That's after President Trump pledged to grant Ukraine a license to manufacture the Patriot air defense systems. A powerful typhoon heading toward China's east coast. It's the latest in a series of deadly storms that have claimed 50 lives this week in other parts of the country. Typhoon Bavi is expected to pass north of Taiwan. This is SRN News.
Now, time for another Otis Advisory.
If you've been getting your powdered margarita mix from China, I'd be making other arrangements. That's because Orange Man has changed all this, so we don't lose the ability to make our own essential fixins, like margarita mix, medicine, memory foam, and even dead fleshlights. We shouldn't have to depend on China for all that, since they could cut us off whenever they feel like it. But, Uncle Otis, everything's gone global now. Well, not everything. Mud pies are still a local thing. Good, clean fun that comes right out of the backyard for free. Mud pies don't send a welcome kit in the mail. Hell no, they exist for one reason: to give you something to play with until Mama gets home. That's it. Mud pies haven't gone digital either, and they sure don't want to go to Mars. That's because there's not enough oxygen in space for them to survive. See how this works? But we really do owe China an apology anyhow. Probably a good Southern apology, because, honey, if you haven't had one of those yet, you don't know sorry. Okay, here goes. China, we stole your intellectual property too. That's right. We stole you blind on Chinese checkers. Here's how it works. If you can't play chess, then you play checkers. But if you can't play checkers, then you play Chinese checkers. That's just how it works. Now whose ball's in the court? This your Uncle Otis, a false and dangerous narrative keeping fear alive, and I'll see you at the Peace March.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. 100 to 105 today. Strong high pressure over our area, and it will be sunny all day. Clear and low 70s for the overnight hours. About the same for Saturday, upper 90s to low 100s, and it looks like we'll stay sunny. Then we start to get some humid air moving in on Saturday night, so we could get a few showers or thunderstorms. Slight chance of shower and mid-90s on Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
All across America, this is the Red Apple Audio Network's Market Report, sponsored by Abacus Global Management.
Good morning, I'm John Terrett. Stocks were solidly in the green on Thursday. Chip stocks soaring again. Micron up 6% as it invests billions of dollars in U.S. domestic chip making. Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P all in the green. Oil down. Oil majors Exxon and Chevron were lower. Existing home sales fell 2.4% in June. Company news, Starbucks is tapping into AI to reduce its reliance on Microsoft and IBM software. The Bucks were up 3%. Paramount, Skydance, CBS down 4%. Investors are very worried about the amount of debt they'll carry when they take over Warner Discovery in September. Pepsi down as much as 5.5% on Thursday. Second quarter earnings show consumers are pulling back, simply not buying as many Doritos, Frito-Lays, Gatorade, or even Pepsi. Levi Strauss earnings very strong. Levi, once again, a global brand operating in many sectors, in many markets, in many countries. They've broken ground at number 2 World Trade Center at Ground Zero, 25 years after 9/11. The building, when finished, will house American Express, 1,000 workers, and is scheduled to open in 2031. And today, South Korean AI memory chip maker SK Hynix is set for a U.S. IPO at the NASDAQ. They want to raise $28 billion. And Delta Airlines kicks off second quarter earnings season. With business, I'm John Terrett.
This is the Red Apple Audio Network's Market Report, sponsored by Abacus Global Management.
What if the future of finance wasn't built around averages, but around you? At Abacus Global Management, we're reshaping financial planning around the most personal data point, your lifespan. But it's more than just insight, it's control. As a technology-driven asset manager, we're empowering investors with an integrated system to take command of your time, your future, your financial destiny. This is a new era of investing. Take control at abacusgm.com.
Rio Pecos Medical Associates proudly welcomes Dr. David Fuccinari, OBGYN. With advanced training in minimally invasive techniques, Dr. Fuccinari is the first in our community to offer robotic surgery for women experiencing heavy or painful periods, pelvic pain, uterine fibroids, and more. Dr. Trevor Miller, Family Practice and Obstetrics, provides prenatal and OB care along with comprehensive primary care for the whole family, including wellness exams, acute visits, chronic disease management, skin procedures, and joint injections. Rio Pecos has expanded care once again by adding pediatrics. We welcome Kim Hansen and Rihanna Shaw, both experienced pediatric nurse practitioners who share a commitment to compassionate, patient-centered care and who have earned the trust of our community over the years. Book your appointment for OBGYN, family practice, or pediatric care online at riopecosmed.com or call 575-622-6322. Rio Pecos Medical Associates, advancing health and wellness for every generation.
Usually when you hear the comment that someone is aging gracefully, they're speaking about a person's physical appearance. Although that's a nice compliment, I'd rather age gracefully in my spiritual life. I want to come to the end of my life and know that even though I wasn't perfect, I'm confident that God's saving grace covers me and that I'm ready to go on to my eternal life with Him. Because of that saving grace, I want to have lived my life serving Him and serving others to the best of my ability. We have physical and mental challenges as we age, but that doesn't stop us from serving Him or serving others. It may change how we serve, but it doesn't stop us from serving. We don't ever retire from our Christian life. It's never too late to start living the life God calls you to. It's never too late to accept the saving grace that God offers to all, no matter your age, no matter your abilities. Come join us as we learn how to better know Jesus and to make Jesus known.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
Hello, this is Melanie from Glenn's Furniture. Still searching for that perfect centerpiece for your living room like a sofa built to last for generations? Discover the enduring quality of American-made Mayo furniture. We showcase a stunning collection of Mayo sofas and love seats. Choose from a palette of premium top-grain leathers and rich classic hues, or select from hundreds of sumptuous durable fabrics. It's true custom comfort. Experience the Glenn's difference, where timeless craftsmanship meets personalized design. Come down and see us on Union and Alameda, where delivery is free since 1950.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. A group of 12 or more cows is called a flink. If you have only 11 cows, that's called a lot of cow pies. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is closing in on 8:58. Stay tuned next hour. We are scheduled to have the folks in the Roswell Public Library join us. We'll see if they make it. If not, we'll have something on the back burner for you there. But just sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't. Life happens. You know what it is. There was something else I was going to mention. Oh, what was it? It was something I was watching on TV that was really, but I just completely spaced out on all of that. But anyway, I know what it was. Big Brother started last night. So I got home just in time to watch Big Brother. And it was like an hour and a half thing, and it's on again tonight. So I thought it was starting next week, but I was kind of surprised it started today. I thought it started next week. But anyway, they're doing what they did to Survivor, and they've been doing it where they just keep adding stuff. And I'm going to watch it because there's nothing else on to watch in the summer. But it's getting a little, like the last 2 years I've been getting mad at it. And I don't know, this is another year where I've looked at, and I think it's because I'm getting older. And as the older I get, the younger the contestants get in my head. You know how that is? They do have tokens. Like they'll have like a token 50-year-old in there. I think they've got like one or maybe two this year. And the rest are young hot bodies, and things like that. So, but the thing is that I don't relate to these people. And so I think they're all kind of jerks. And usually there'd be like one or two people you're like, I like that character. I'm going to root for them. But I don't know. The last two seasons, like this one, it's like that's not shaping any better. I start watching like, I don't like these people either. They're all kind of annoying. It's probably me. I'm sure it's me. But I think the contestants are getting more annoying. So anyway, it is closing in on 9 o'clock. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico. We will be back on the other side of news. Don't go away.
News this hour from Town Hall. I'm John Scott. back and forth attacks between the U.S. and Iran as Tehran targets American allies in the region.
Missile alert sirens went off in Bahrain, Kuwait, and Qatar as Iran retaliated. There's no word on if there's any damage in those Gulf countries, but it just shows how everything is escalating, and this interim deal to try to end the war now looks increasingly at risk.
Correspondent John Gambrell. There have been a series of unclaimed airstrikes that have hit Iran. That's after the U.S. said it ended its attacks, raising questions about who targeted the Islamic Republic. The strikes hit areas across southern Iran and came amid tensions over the Strait of Hormuz, a crucial waterway for oil and gas. Iran insisting on controlling it while the U.S. and allies want it reopened as a free international waterway. In health news, some 1,000 cases of a parasitic infection spreading in the Midwest.
Cyclospora is a parasite that causes severe diarrhea. It spreads through contaminated food and water, often linked to fresh produce. The largest Cyclospora outbreak is in Michigan. Investigations are underway in 28 other states, including Ohio. No deaths have been reported. The CDC says Cyclospora is usually not life-threatening and can be treated with antibiotics. Experts say finding the source of the outbreak can be difficult, and it's best to cook vegetables. Cyclospora can really stick to some foods, so washing may not eliminate the risk of infection. I'm Ed Donahue.
Sales of previously occupied U.S. homes slowed in June. The National Association of Realtors said existing home sales fell 2.4% last month from May. Sales rose 2.8% compared with June of last year. The national median sales price increasing 1.8% in June from a year earlier. More from townhall.com.
Hey, I'm Kirk Cameron. Is health insurance eating up your budget for 2026? If you're looking for ways to better steward your finances, consider this. Christian Healthcare Ministries. It's a health insurance alternative at half the cost. Join CHM today by visiting chministries.org/wellness. While insurance companies tell you when to join, what to pay, and where to go, CHM is different. As a ministry, CHM allows you to share the burden of medical bills with other Christians. You can enroll, switch programs, or leave at any time. Christian Healthcare Ministries. It's a world of difference. CHM has 4 flexible programs. You can pick any certified doctor, surgeon, or hospital that you want for eligible care. So make the switch. Take your paycheck back from health insurance this year. Join CHM today by visiting chministries.org/wellness. That's chministries.org/wellness.
Mortgage interest rates have inched up.
Mortgage rates march higher. Mortgage buyer Freddie Mac says the average rate on a 30-year mortgage rose this week to 6.49%. It's now back to where it was 2 weeks ago. When mortgage rates rise, it can add hundreds of dollars a month in cost to a home loan, reducing homebuyers' purchasing power. Mortgage rates have been mostly trending higher for months. Higher oil prices due to the war with Iran raised expectations for hotter inflation, pushing up the long-term bond yields that influence mortgage rates. The trend has contributed to lackluster home sales this year. I'm Alex Vega.
PepsiCo reporting stronger than expected revenue in the second quarter despite weaker demand in North America, where it said consumers tightening their budgets due to economic concerns. The food and beverage giant says its net revenue rose 6.4% to $24.2 billion from the April-June period. That was better than what Wall Street had expected. News at townhall.com. Facebook's parent company plans to build a huge AI data center in Canada.
Meta, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram, says it's investing more than $9.1 billion to build its first artificial intelligence data center in Canada and the largest outside the United States. The facility will be in Alberta and will be powered by a natural gas-fired plant being developed by a consortium. Alberta has been courting hyperscale data centers because the province's electricity grid cannot support multiple large AI data centers. It's prioritizing projects that have their own power generation, as Meta plans to do. I'm Donna Water.
Former Florida gubernatorial candidate Andrew Gillum arrested on drug possession charges in Alabama after police say they pulled him over for erratic driving and found marijuana and meth in his vehicle. Gillum once considered a rising star among the Democrats. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What?
in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil said, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3. Tres Inviernos. Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Friday, everybody.
Indubitably.
Finally made it?
Yes, we did.
Congratulations.
It was quite the uphill climb, but we made it.
We did.
Speaking of, was it not the climb, but I can't think of the reference to the song that the light from the sky meets the sea, it guides me, and no one knows. Not catching the reference?
I'm not.
The live-action Moana debuts this weekend.
I've never seen any
People are already saying it's going to be a massive flop.
Really?
They're predicting it could be the worst Disney live-action opening they've had.
Wow.
Yeah. It's not.
Didn't that Snow White not do so well?
Snow White did not do well, but that one I'm pretty sure avoided a lot of it because it went. Did it go straight to streaming or
did it? I have no idea.
I think it was in theaters, but only for a quick minute. But this one's got a lot of like oomph behind it as far as like the marketing goes.
I know they've promoted it heavy.
The fact
over
that
the
they brought back The Rock and he's reprising his role and all that, and the original actress or singer or something is involved. And this whole soundtrack is Lin-Manuel Miranda, so it's got a lot of like power behind it. They put a lot of money into it.
Like it shouldn't be a flop.
It's not gonna get out what they want.
Huh. Is it just bad?
It's a combination of a lot of things. It's people aren't super enthusiastic about the idea of the live action Disney reboot anymore. I mean, we've been through it. We've seen it. It's like
not impressed.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not going to add anything to the story, then what's the point?
Just another money grab.
Yeah, exactly.
And I've never seen the Moana cartoon. I may have seen like 5 minutes of it. But I've never watched any of the movies.
Yeah. You know what we need to do? We need to find, and this is going to sound weird, but we need to find like a surrogate son. Have you ever considered becoming a big brother?
I ain't got time for any of that now.
I think you'd be a good big brother because I think there's a lot. And
I'm looking to get out of things, not add things.
As much for your sake as it would be for your little, because this would give you the chance to justifiably go see some of these really amazing, well-told stories that you're missing out on because you can't justify being a grown-up at a kid's movie. And I get that. I understand. As the weeks I don't have my kids, I'm not going to go to sit down at a movie in a theater like that.
There's also another problem. Interest. I have zero interest in seeing anything.
But I think interest could be sparked in you.
I'm good. I just don't want to watch cartoons. They're not meant for me. They're meant for kids. I can't sit through them.
Some are meant for kids. I would argue that the especially the Pixar movies are as much for adults as they are with kids. They deal with so many adult issues.
And here's the other thing. Whether the people are singing in cartoon form or real form, I don't care to hear them. I hate musicals.
So you're saying you're not interested in the Trey Parker, Matt Stone, Kendrick Lamar joint that be dropping soon.
I love a good musical if it's farce. If it's like, you know what? I love a musical when Mel Brooks is doing it. All right?
Springtime for Hitler. That's all we're asking for.
But, if it's like a legit musical and singing and everyone, I'm like, no, I want nothing to do with it.
I think you need to see a therapist. I think there's something behind that. There's something that needs to be tapped in there. I think you're afraid of tapping into that I don't want to say like childhood side of like. I feel like there were some things that happened that like put a wall between your childhood and your adult life, and you're just not allowing yourself to be frivolous, to be loose and fancy free.
I don't know what it is, but when I hear that kind of music and I hear it does not evoke happy to me. It evokes dark stuff to me. I'm not trying to sound like I'm some kind of demonic. When I hear that stuff, I hear it as in adults trying to lure kids to do things they don't want them to do.
I feel like
that's what it all feels like to me.
At some point, Mike was subjected Clockwork Orange style to
maybe.
I don't know, maybe the original like Lion King. I'm trying to think something that was emotional.
I may have been
had
traumatized.
enough music in it that could have traumatized you. The Lion King, the original animated Lion King, feels like a perfect trauma device. It delivers trauma in so many ways, not only from the spoiler alert if you haven't seen the movie from 1995, the Mufasa death scene, to all of the music that happens within it, the whole thing with Scar. I think that's a great trauma delivering device.
Yeah, not my bag, man. I can't do it.
I'm gonna get you there. I'm gonna do it. I think there's bridges that we need to use to get you there. Like I think we start off with 1980s heavy metal.
Yeah.
Like I think that's a good bridge, and then we maybe ease into like Beavis and Butthead.
I've seen heavy metal.
I know you have. I'm not talking about that you've seen it. I'm talking about we're working on a marathon experience to get it to reprogram you to where you can enjoy these things. I think it works its way through Beavis and Butthead Do America,
right?
Because there's enough music in that movie to kind of push that over the line. Then maybe we work our way into like I don't know. I want to say like a Secret of Nim. Maybe something from like the late 80s, early 90s that's obscure enough.
But see, at the end of the day, those were geared towards older people.
Yeah, those
those
definitely were.
And no offense, but Moana is not meant for a teenage boy.
No,
it's meant for a child or girl.
Or a dad with a girl. That was sort of that and the Pua, the little pig character appealed because my mom has pigs, so that always sort of was like a big thing.
And then people are gonna be like, "Well, fine, I'm maybe," but in my head, that's how it should be. I mean, you do you go watch it. I'm not telling you not to. For me, it's not my thing.
All that being said, I have no interest in the live action Moana. I'm just saying the thing's gonna be hot garbage. I look forward to it failing. It's actually been rather entertaining to watch the self implosion of Dwayne Johnson's career. And I can pinpoint the exact moment that it started. Black Adam.
Really? I was going to go a little earlier than that.
I would. Well, no. Okay. There were seeds of an issue before with like the Hobbs and Shaw stuff and all that. But the second he signed on for Black Adam and wanted to take it and make it his own story, he wanted to rewrite, like retcon the entire story of Black Adam and Shazam. He wanted to jump over Shazam and just fight Superman.
Right. See, I would have said before that, I would have gone with Ballers, the HBO show that he wanted so bad to be Entourage that just never was.
But it had a little bit of a cult following to it.
It did for one season. And then there was like 4 more seasons that completely no one cared about anymore. And the show just quietly ended. I don't even think the thing ended. Like it had an ending. I think it just quietly went away.
Well, you got to leave it open for a reboot.
Well, there's no way they're going to want to reboot that thing. And I tried to like it because I loved Entourage. And I watched all of it. But at the end of the day, that thing's just god-awful. It's not good.
There have been products that $7, his production company, has put out that I've really enjoyed, and then stuff that's just been utter waste.
Yeah.
Like I genuinely enjoyed pretty much the entirety of the Young Rock series. Like it's a really well told, kind of retelling of that Rocky Johnson and that whole story. And it's pretty, it's pretty true to form. So I enjoyed that kind of stuff, but it's just some of his stuff is just way out there.
I don't hate The Rock. I like most of Rock's things. I don't.
Like, I'll be honest, I did not like Smashing Machine.
I thought that was all right.
I sat down and I watched about 3/4 of it.
Did you?
And I was like, I'm gonna finish this, but I was upset.
I gotta be honest. I remember watching it back when it first came out, and I remember it being all right, but not memorable. Like I couldn't really give you any details from it because it just wasn't that memorable. To me.
Meanwhile, you look at like the A24 story of the doggone it, the wrestlers the Kerry
the brothers, Texas. Oh shoot,
Von Erichs.
The Von Erichs.
The Von Erich
That was a good movie.
That was fantastic. And there's several scenes in that movie you can go back to and be like,
By the way, Lip's in that movie, too.
He is.
I forgot another Lip movie.
Yep.
Lip Bear.
Oh, Lip Bear Von Erich.
He was one of the brothers, Lip Bear.
I still think we need to turn that around to Bear Lip. Bear Lip Steve.
That's why I read books. Speaking of books, the library is here.
Now, do you read books or do you have books read to you?
No, I read books.
I'm a fan of audio. I like having books read to me.
I have had audiobooks, but I haven't cracked open an audiobook in years. I've been pages.
We're not supposed to crack them open. You're supposed to put them in your player and enjoy.
I will tell you part of where my thing is because I was for a while, I'd get them in the library and get CDs and things, but CD skip, and so there was a lot I'd get, and I'm like, oh, it's a good part of the story, and I lost it.
Right.
And then when Audible came out, and I started looking at them, and I'm like, wait a minute, you want $40 for an audiobook? And I stopped doing an audiobook.
Roswell Public Library's website is a fantastic resource.
Absolutely.
Stay tuned.
But this is where I'm kind of like, I've just gone back to books because I've been reading books.
Ink and paper.
Yeah, I like it at my own pace.
You old school.
Well, and let's face it, I get a lot of my reading done on the potty. And I spend more time on the potty than my car. So I get more reading.
Has there been an updated Uncle John's reader recently, or are you still working on old material?
Oh, no. I've been getting books. Like I got a Vicksburg book I'm reading now. I got the 3 books I'm supposed to be reading right now. So.
Look at you, humble brag.
Yeah, so I'm reading.
I'm a man with many leather-bound books.
Rich mahogany.
My apartment smells of rich mahogany.
It smells like mahogany and Sunny D. But all right, it is 9:16. But yes, we will be joined here by Megan Rock from the Roswell Public Library here in just a few minutes. They are in the midst of the summer reading program, although I think it wraps up in just a few weeks here at the end of July. But we'll talk all of that and get an update from her in just a bit. Before we do that, let's pause for weather. Then we'll take a quick commercial break, and then we'll talk to the library on the other side of the break. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. 100 to 105 today. Strong high pressure over our area, and it will be sunny all day. Clear and low 70s for the overnight hours. About the same for Saturday, upper 90s to low 100s, and it looks like we'll stay sunny. Then we start to get some humid air moving in on Saturday night, so we could get a few showers or thunderstorms. Slight chance of shower and mid-90s on Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Picture this. You're behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor. You're effortlessly breaking ground, moving piles of rocks just by moving a lever, and enjoying the sun as you clear brush across your pasture. We could keep trying to put you in the moment, but to really understand what this feels like, you just have to get in the seat.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Hey Roswell, celebrate America's 250th birthday with massive savings and more for your trade during the Red, White, and Blue Book sales event at Roswell Ford. Actually, we really don't need a Blue Book. We need your trade, and we need it right now. We'll do whatever it takes to terminate your current loan or lease, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth. Plus, this is the final week to get employee pricing for all. You heard right. This is your last chance to pay what we pay on our entire lineup of new Fords. So there's never been a better time to trade and upgrade to a new Ford and get massive savings. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders that will push to approve your credit, even if it's less than perfect. Hurry in for massive savings, more for your trade, and employee pricing for all. Get on board at Roswell Ford, 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com. Employee pricing excludes Raptor Series 2026 Super Duties Lariat Package and Up, 2025 and 2026 Transit Wagon, standard exclusions, and final pay units.
When you or a loved one need medical transport, Trans-Aero answers the call. Trans-Aero Medevac operates 3 rotorcraft bases and 1 fixed-wing base in southeastern New Mexico, allowing them to respond quickly to emergencies across diverse terrains. Their fleet extends coverage deep into New Mexico and West Texas, including Artesia, Carlsbad, Roswell, Ruidoso, Midland, Lubbock, and the surrounding areas. Ready to answer the call when every second counts. Trans-Aero Medevac, proudly serving southeastern New Mexico and West Texas. loan for free thanks to the partnership from the City of Artesia and Trans-Aero Medevac. Life support by air.
If you plug your nose, you can't tell the difference between an apple, potato, and an onion. Unless you open your eyes. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 20 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio, Megan Rock back with us from the Roswell Public Library. Good morning. How are you today?
Good morning. I'm well. Thanks for having us.
Anytime. And, of course, it has been a busy summer thus far with the Roswell Public Library.
Very, very busy.
But it's not done yet. I know, but believe it or not, we're over halfway through the summer reading program.
Yeah, we're in week 5.
Yeah, we only got, about 3 weeks left, 2 weeks left here?
Yeah, up until the 31st of July. So that will be the last chance, final day to pick up all the summer reading prizes and turn in all of your tickets. Yeah.
Now, you're a little behind the 8 ball, but you can still sign up here and at least, get as much reading in as you can. And I think you still got enough time to finish the reading portion if you kind of dedicate yourself to that a little bit here.
Yeah, and it's kind of organized that way in a weekly basis so that you can begin each week. So we're in week 5, but we still go until week 8.
So you can still pick up and get the benefit of the reading and still take advantage of getting some prizes. And
yeah, way
like
to participate. Too. So we do still have people signing up, which is great. It's really easy. It's a QR code, Bean Stack app. If you're not into the app, we can do it physically for you, and you just keep track of your receipts when you check out the books.
Yeah, and that's how you get credit for your readings. And because the only requirements is you have to have a card in good standing.
Right.
And then the materials and stuff you read come from the library.
Exactly.
And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and our library cards are free. So a lot of people don't know that.
That's completely free, yeah.
Completely free, and as long as you have proof of address, so an up-to-date driver's license, you can come in and get a library card for yourself and for your kids.
Yeah. Well, is there a minimum age for a card? Like, they have to be like 10 or something like that, or what is that?
I think it's 18. Actually.
18, okay.
But your parents can sign for you.
Okay, so if you're under 18, and then it's parent discretion, as if they're 12 and like, I'm ready to do a first card, but you got to talk to parents.
Yeah, come in and talk to our reference library just to make sure, because I'm not 100% on that.
Okay.
Because you can come in and just get a technical card too. So say if you were visiting from somewhere, you don't have to be a resident to use the computers or the photocopier or things like that.
You're in town as a tourist or visiting, and you're only here temporarily, but you want a resources library, then this allows you to do that.
Yes. Exactly.
But obviously, they probably don't let you take home books and things like that because we don't know if you're coming back.
Exactly.
So that's why. But other than that, you can do everything else.
Yeah, exactly. There's lots to do there too.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah. And so this Saturday coming up, I'm teaching a cooking club, and we're going to be having street corn. So we're going to be learning how to make, that. Have you ever seen when you're out and about?
Oh, yeah.
In the so you can buy them on the street. So
elote, I guess, is that the
elote?
Elote, yeah. It's kind of now and see. I like it both ways. You put it on the cob still. I'm down with that, but
in the
I'm
cup
also
is cool too. Yeah.
But in the cup it's just as. Although I kind of it's like reading versus audiobook. I kind of like the cob experience.
Me too. Yeah. We're doing the traditional way. We're going to do it on the cob.
Gotcha. Cool. Very cool. So, but either way, you can enjoy elote. So
yeah.
But so you can come learn if you've never you always maybe tried it like fairs and stuff.
Exactly.
But
it's
never had a chance
so
to learn.
delicious.
Yeah.
And there's different variations, so
I think it's like a family thing. Like there's a general consensus on how to make it, but as far as seasonings and stuff, that's where it varies from family.
Lime, no lime, cilantro, no cilantro.
But so imagine, so if you don't know a base, this will teach you a base, and then you can
adjust
tweak it to your
liking.
liking and stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
And it's easy enough of a recipe that students can come in and actually do the cooking themselves.
Excellent.
So we're trying to do courses and recipes and things that the children can actually facilitate instead of it just being assembly, that they're learning how to cook. They're learning how to measure. They're learning how to use, knives and crinkle cutters and
cooking is math and science, folks.
Exactly. So we're trying to elevate that.
Yeah.
And then also, I don't know if you've seen what's been going on with all of the construction in front of the library. We've got our children's garden going on, and that's well underway. But as a portion of the children's garden, we're going to have a vegetable garden.
Oh, very cool.
And so we're hoping to have grow a salsa garden so we can grow the components of a salsa.
To get some tomatoes and peppers and things. Yeah.
And then have them bring it into the cooking class.
Nice.
And see, a little farm to fork.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because you could go, onions, tomatoes, some kind of peppers. Yeah, some
peppers.
cilantro, some peppers. Yeah. That's quite a neat little ingredient collection. So, and a good starter garden. So, yeah, it works out pretty good.
Yeah, we're excited about that. Right now I'm working on a grant, and that is from the New Mexico Outdoor Equity Fund.
Okay.
And it's in hopes to expand the children's garden and the concept of the veggie garden to xeriscaping the whole grounds of the library. Now, this is just a dream. We're just dreaming at this point.
This is like a long-term, end game. We would like to see it look like it.
Exactly. And so that we can have that outdoor environmental component into, native plants, pollinator gardens, an herb garden, rainwater catchment, low water gardening, so that the whole library and inside and out is a learning campus.
Cool.
So we're working on getting it so that it could be a demonstration garden. I'm working with the master gardeners and
what we hope is it inspires the copycats. You see, oh look, they're doing it at the library. I'd love to do like this at my house.
Yeah, and
or do it at my home.
We have the resources and the people within our community to facilitate that.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for letters of support for the grant, if possible. Please contact me. I can give you the details just to include. I can even send you a sample letter. But
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, my email is mrock, so that's MROCK 4773 at roswell-newmexico.gov.
Very good. And if you don't remember all that, get it to us. We'll make sure it gets to Megan here.
Okay, thanks so much. Yeah, or the library. Give us a little ring at the library. Yeah.
We will put it in the hands of the right people.
Wonderful.
And I love that. That's great. Please support that kind of thing because this is the thing that and this is why I love having the library on every month is because there are so many resources for your family or you as an individual to learn. To get to a place you're trying to go to, all free of charge. Yes, I'm all for schools and higher and college, all good stuff. But for people that can't afford or can't, that's not a possible route for them. The library is a great tool for you for your own self-education, your own self-platform, and to find your next interest, your next hobby. People get into gardening because someone showed them gardening. You know what I mean? They just weren't born with the thumb for gardening. I mean, they may have the natural abilities and things, but people get an interest because someone showed them about it, and
it's fascinating. I don't to me, especially as an educator, to watch the children make those connections, even the adults to make those connections. I had some nice feedback from one of my classes. Some of my students or the learners in the class, or the STEM class, we taught about worms and vermiculture. And that one of their mums came back to say, you know what, we went out to Bitter Lakes and they were having a class out there and my children were teaching other children about worms. And that's the highest compliment you can get as an educator.
Yeah.
And
that's awesome.
I really enjoy the job and the position. So this Saturday, we're doing the cooking club, but next Saturday, the 18th, we're doing a STEAM class on fossils.
Okay, cool.
So we have some real fossils on hand. We're going to be doing sorting of different fossils. We'll be doing a little bit of digging and then imprinting, making our own fossils. So it'll be fun. Come on down. It's at 11 o'clock. It's on the 18th.
Absolutely.
It's free.
Kids
for all ages. I have adults come to that class.
Yeah,
I have
people
families.
like getting dirty. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And let's face it, we are all, I don't care if you have an interest or not in science and everything, but anytime you show like a Raiders of the Lost Ark archaeological style dig and they're pulling stuff out of there, people are interested in that because you're literally seeing the history of the Earth before you, whether it's a human remains or a dinosaur remain, whatever you're digging, you're studying history there, and that to me is so cool. And to touch and see something that walked this earth thousands of years before you were even thought of is amazing to me.
Some of them even genetically unchanged.
Yeah,
right.
That's amazing. And so that's I don't care where you come from or what your interests are, you got to appreciate something that cool.
And I think kids really deserve that sense of wonder.
Sure.
We have a lot of technology that is part of our STEAM program.
Yeah.
But I really do lean towards those natural sciences.
Yeah.
Just because it makes me excited and
sure.
I get, a sense of wonder from it. So I like to pass that on.
Absolutely. And I'm a history guy, so I'm not necessarily a science. I mean, I appreciate and understand, you know what I mean? But like when I get involved in that kind of thing, it's usually from a history angle. Because you know what I mean? Because that's where my brain goes.
That's my favorite books to read are historical fiction.
Yeah. Oh, I do too. Yeah. Like, I was just telling him I'm a huge fan of Jeff Shahara, Michael Shahara, who wrote Killer Angels and all Civil War stuff. But I just recently got to go to Vicksburg, and I just found out the son wrote a book on Vicksburg. So I'm literally reading that as we speak.
We probably have it.
Probably. I didn't know it existed. I just happened to be in the gift shop and said, "Oh, there it is. I'm buying it," and I bought it. You know how you do that.
Yeah. It's nice to add to your collection.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I probably would have looked, I probably would have found it there. I just didn't know it existed. It was pretty cool. But anyway, that's my jam.
And talking about books and our preferences too, we have our Books and Bites Club. Mm-hmm. And so this July, on the 1st, we just had it, and we met for Disappearing Earth by Julia Phillips. But upcoming for August 5th, if you're interested in the book club, we're going to be reading The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner.
Oh, nice.
And the idea is that you get to read the book by August 5th, and then you come in. But this is like it's no pressure. The book club it's not an assignment. It's not homework.
It's enjoyment.
It's for enjoyment, exactly.
And it's designed to really, if you're a person that loves to read, and I know that as an avid reader, you tend to pigeonhole yourself. You find your favorite genres or authors, and you tend to start reading that. And then there's a whole world of good stuff you just tend to miss. And book club is to really say, hey, there's other stuff out there that maybe you just didn't spot your radar. Let's explore that one.
Yeah, exactly. So then in September the 2nd, we're going to be reading Blackdom, and it's on New Mexico.
Right.
That's by Timothy Nielsen.
That's some great history there.
Excellent history,
the communities there and the history there. It's great.
We have presentations on that each year as well. But book club, it's free. We serve food, snacks. Yeah. It's a comfortable place to come together and talk and laugh with other readers.
And it's fun because the cool thing is you read a book and then you have a perspective, and that's where book club is. You can literally get 10 people to read a book and get 10 different opinions or even interpretations of what you read sometimes. Exactly. And so that's what I really love about book club, because sometimes you're like, you know what? I would have never thought about it that way. But then when I do, I see that point there, and that's a different perspective I've never, that evokes those types of things.
Yes, and evokes, understanding and community.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah, and realize
fantastic.
That people think different sometimes. And,
that's right, and that's okay.
Yeah, and that's okay, but you gotta, once you understand that, then you start to
appreciate other perspectives.
Yeah,
perhaps,
and then perhaps also, be enlightened to maybe change opinions and change thoughts or
your own.
Or this is how the world works, by educating yourself. Just because, and this is the lesson I've learned growing old. When you're a kid and you're taught things, and and I'm not saying a lot of that stuff's not set in stone, but as you get older and you're like, okay, maybe that wasn't the logic that at the time it makes sense, but now I'm seeing the bigger picture. That doesn't apply so much anymore. And so and wisdom has given me that tool now.
Grateful for it.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know how you get that sooner is really reading and doing things that aren't normally things you would draw yourself to.
Right.
I say the same thing in the world we live in with politics and all that. I don't care what your ideologies are. Watch all the newses that you agree with and the ones you don't agree with, because guess what? At the end of the day, you'll probably learn the truth.
Right, somewhere in between. There's a balance.
Exactly. And so, I would say this is how you look at book club and things like that.
Yeah,
it forces
get out
you to
into
use
your
those
community.
things.
Meet your community. We have some community builders that I wanted to mention. That's okay.
Absolutely.
So we have two local. Have you ever been to the Degenerate Coffee just right down there? Are you a coffee drinker?
Yeah, I'm not, but I'm very, very much aware of them. Yeah.
Okay, well, he's roasting his own coffee. He's making his own syrups. He's very into partnering with businesses in the community.
Yeah.
And they kindly sponsored our summer reading program with hot chocolates for the kids.
Nice.
So
the kids probably aren't so much into coffee, but they'll tear up some hot chocolate.
Yeah, exactly. So
I'm that guy
cream,
too. I'll be drinking the hot chocolates too. But that's
specialty too. It's really delicious.
They got good stuff. I'm just not a coffee drinker.
And then Area 52, the Family Fun Center. I forget what road it is out on, but
is it Tilden? I can't remember.
Tilden,
yeah,
exactly.
I believe that's the
Thank you. So they kindly offered up a bunch of free water tag passes for the kids for the reading program.
Awesome.
So I just wanted to mention thank you so much to those guys.
Kids and adults can have fun over there because they've got like the VR stuff. They also have axe throwing and there's you could literally leave the kids to go do one thing and the adults go do some other thing and all be in the same place.
They're perfect for a hot summer day.
Absolutely,
Super fun. They say bring your change of clothes because you get absolutely soaked.
Yeah, and if you're trying to burn energy off on kids, great way to do it.
Oh, yeah.
They'll be good, plumb tired by the time they run themselves out.
For sure. Some of the kids that are in the library, I'm thinking you're going to really enjoy this.
Yeah, absolutely. So maybe they can win in it, but if they don't, go visit Area 52 and take them out there and have some fun.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
What else do we want to put on people's radar?
Well, today we've got at 11 o'clock popcorn and a movie.
Okay.
And then at 3:30 we've got the teen gaming afternoon, and we have a couple people coming out there regularly, so that's great.
Starting to get a following here.
Yeah, the free. I want to say PlayStation 5.
I think it's a PS5. I think when we talked about in the past. Yeah. And and it's kind of the game they play is based on the group at the time, right? Kind of.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of like here's a choice of whatever the games we have. Mm-hmm. Y'all pick amongst yourselves which one you want to play today.
Yeah, and it's supervised.
Gotcha.
But we reserve it for teens only.
Gotcha.
So no adults like hanging out around.
Yeah, can't come in and glom in on the team time, or no 10-year-olds coming in on the teen action. This is for the teenagers.
Yeah, it's reserved for them.
Yeah.
We have next week something really kind of unique on Thursday at 10:30 in the morning. We have the Georgia O'Keeffe Museum van.
Oh, it's going to be in town?
Yes, and they're going to be providing art for us to do.
Awesome.
It's going to be really interesting.
Nice.
I've never participated in it, so I'm excited. I love Georgia O'Keeffe.
Yeah, well, she's an icon internationally, not just here in New Mexico. Right. And now I'm just was curious. Do they bring some of some of her work going to be in there? Part of it,
even the van is painted in her.
Okay.
Yeah, her genre.
Yeah, well, you see this thing coming, I'm guessing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not hiding.
That's right. And we're gonna have snow cones.
Cool.
So you can have a snow cone when you come.
Cool.
So that's 10:30 on Thursday. And then we have our regular programming on that same Saturday where I'm having the fossils class at 11. We have the garden club, and it is at 10.
Okay.
We also have at 10:30 Senior Planet going on.
Okay.
So we've got like 3 different classes that one day.
Great. And again, notice not everything's just for kids. This is for adults and everything else too. There's a little something for everybody at the. But yes, we do a lot of things for kids because that's they're the ones that need the most education the most. So we focus on that. But please, there is so much for adults there. Whether you're a senior retired or a mom or a dad with a bunch of kids or something in between, there's opportunities for you at the library.
Yeah. And it's planned purposefully that way.
Yeah.
And we have each of the staff members that are running these different programs are, passionate about them. It's their forte.
Mm-hmm.
So come on down. It's free. We have air conditioning.
Absolutely. Well, and you mentioned the passion thing. And I know we've had multiple of the folks, coming on here, and you can tell they get nervous being on the radio.
Sure.
Because this is not their thing. But when you put them in a group of kids, it's like their whole just world changes. And so
they light up.
You could tell with some of the various librarians I've talked to over the years, and every one of them, they get nervous here. But but you can see them when they're there at the library. That's where that's their happy place.
Absolutely. I think we're really a good team. We're well balanced.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So please, I don't care how smart your child is, or how much, please incorporate your children into the library's activities. Come out to these free events on the weekends, sign up for the summer reading program. Have your teenagers participate in these teenage events for teenagers. Don't forget about the preschool story times and all the stuff for your toddlers and preschool age children. They've got all kinds of programs and things there for all of this free of charge for you.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
if you're a parent raising a child, I would think you want to give your most opportunities for your kid to find their way in the world, and using the library as a source to do that is a perfect way to do that.
Agreed.
So,
agreed. Well said.
That's give. At the end of the day, I think most parents, when you raise your kids, you want them to be happy and pursue the dreams that they want to have. And regardless if that's your dreams or their dreams, obviously, I wish he's a carpenter like me or whatever it is, but no. You just want to give them the tools to find out and the library is a place to explore.
It's the perfect place to explore those.
Learn about these things. Exactly. And so when they're 6 and now what's an architect? They've learned it at this age because now they, you know what I mean?
They came to our bridge builders class.
Yeah, exactly.
They want to be an archeologist.
Yes, that's how
a photographer.
That's how you foster those passions is show it to them.
Yeah.
And see what they stick to.
Exactly. Yeah. What their interests are.
Yeah.
What they excel at.
Yeah. So as a parent, please take advantage of these programs. They're all free of charge, and they are in a fun way. Your kids are going to have fun, but in the reality, you are kind of building the foundation for allowing them to build their futures, to create their path, and giving them the tools to achieve those goals. And all of us say we want to be an astronaut, but we all can't get there without the tools, and the library helps you start those tools. So,
exactly.
Yeah. Good deal. What else did we think? I know I got on a soapbox there, but
no, that's all right. I mean, looking into August, looking ahead, we have this month is our spice. We have a spice club.
Yeah, every month they do a different spice here.
Yeah, focus. A little bit of history of the spice, because spices really were important.
And you get to take some home to sample on your own.
Sample.
You'll make a recipe featuring that spice.
And then a recipe gets thrown in there too. So mustard is the spice
very
of the
good,
month.
Different.
Yeah, for July 4th.
And they've had some good ones in the past, like tarragon and a couple of. I don't know if you can catch the presentations, but I imagine if you say, well, I missed the flavor. Is there any of the literature left over from that I can learn about?
Yeah, they go pretty quickly. It's quite popular.
Okay, good deal. I'm glad. But each month they do a different. So mustard, that's a good one because they can take you a lot of different directions on that one.
Exactly. So for our cooking club, we're going to be doing, this is in August, of course, banana pancakes. And they are gluten-free. And it's not the type of banana pancake that you're thinking about. It's a little different.
Okay.
So come on out and check out what
so
it
it's
is.
kind of probably, I'm guessing, like the bananas infused in the actual batter, so to speak.
Yes.
It's not like a banana in the batter kind of thing.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. And we'll be cooking them right there. Of course, we'll have butter and syrup and everything to go along.
Well, of course. Everything's better with butter and syrup.
I know.
I got to be honest. Pancakes are probably popular because of butter and syrup.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I was like, maybe we should just do the butter, not the sugar. And I was like, no.
Come on.
Yeah.
It's like eating ice cream without the syrup.
People would be disappointed.
Yeah.
Last month, I did something that was very popular in Alaska when I was living in Alaska, but I discovered not so popular here, because we normally sometimes we have like up to 65 people in that class.
So it gets kind of big, yeah.
It gets kind of big, yeah. But this time we only had 12 people show up for our sauerkraut.
Not a lot of sauerkraut fans. Not a lot of Germans hanging around here, I guess.
Yeah. But when I did that in Alaska, we had so many people show up, we had to make it in coolers.
Oh, wow.
So you have to really pay attention to your
Pick
audience.
your audience,
here.
I guess, on that one.
So banana pancakes it is.
I feel like that's going to have a bigger draw than the sauerkraut.
Hopefully, yeah. But the sauerkraut was delicious, and it turned out, and
although I feel
so
like
good for us.
That could make easily a sitcom episode of we got all this sauerkraut, don't know what to do.
Oh my gosh, we did. We had so much cabbage left.
It's like, anybody got any brats or anything? At least we can at least do some sausage and maybe some Reubens. I don't know what we can make here.
I ate so much cabbage.
Yeah.
Okay, and then next we have in August for some of the STEAM classes, which I'm really excited about, is the camera obscura.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of that?
No.
So we're going to be making our own pinhole camera.
Oh, okay.
And
I love
so
that,
the photographers will be interested in that, I believe.
I feel like that's like a lost art thing, because like that's stuff they taught when I was a kid and in our age, but because of technology in the world we live in, everyone's like, well, everything's on a computer now and digital and this and that, and everybody's got a camera in their pocket. So things like a pinhole camera, we lose that art by the wayside a little bit. So I'm glad that that's kind of coming back. It's like old is going to be new again kind of thing.
Yeah, and they're going to work and they're going to function.
Yeah.
And maybe we could have some of our photos on display somewhere.
Absolutely.
Hopefully. Yeah.
I love it. And it's really understanding, because, photography back, obviously evolved over the years, but when you look at the early photos and some of those first photos from the 1800s, when photography was getting invented, this pinhole, so this is how you're learning the bare bones principles of photography through this.
Yes, exactly. And also a lot of math is actually included in it.
Yeah.
So we're slipping in that math secret.
Yeah, it's slipping in like putting the peanut butter on the pill of the But yeah, that's pretty cool. I just when you said that, I was like, oh man, that brings me back to my childhood, and that's a cool thing. So yeah, so please, if you, I don't even care if you don't care about photography. That's a fun one to go to because if you love like the gee whiz,
this
to me
how
this
it works.
This
the
is
insides.
this is like the stuff like when I was a kid, they had things like the potato clock that got you interested into science and things. This is that kind of stuff we learn. It's like, wait a minute, you can make that clock work off a potato? How does that work? And no, granted, that's about all you're going to do with that potato, but you get to learn science, electricity, and how all that works and all that.
Yeah.
Too. But it's pretty. But this pinhole's at very much of that. So please bring the kids out for that.
So that's for in August, and things kind of tamper down a little bit because obviously August is back to school.
Back to school, and a lot of parents and families are busy dealing with all that.
Yeah,
kind of stuff.
and we have all of our regular programming ongoing. It's just that the summer reading program has,
shifts to gears. Yeah,
shifting gears. So we still have the yarn exchange every Sunday. If you want to come in and bring some yarn, you can exchange it for what we have there.
Awesome.
We have our Keep Calm and Color On Tuesdays from 4 to 6. So you can come and you can bring your own coloring if you want. Or you can come and color with our pencils and coloring books. And
this is
mandalas.
like adult coloring. And this is, I mean, it's been a trend for several years now, but it's really, a lot of people use it as a kind of a stress reliever therapy. Kind of like, people, you do things to get gardening or whatever. This is some people's stress relievers. They
get out of your house, get up, come on down.
Yeah.
You can color on your own. You can color with a group.
And so be warned, it's not like coloring as a kid. These pictures are a little bit more advanced and detailed.
But again, you can draw on your own if you want.
Sure, yeah. I mean, there's no rules apply. You do what you want. But again, these are coloring for adults, and it's kind of, so it's a little different than what maybe you grew up to or you think it is.
You're coloring with a pencil and a crayon.
Yeah, exactly. So
we have on Wednesdays an adult crafternoon. We just had it on, what day is today? So we had it on Wednesday.
Okay.
So 2 days ago.
2 days ago, yeah.
And they were making crystal sun catchers.
Oh, cool.
Really pretty, really nice.
Those are nice to put in the windows. And
they put on a nice spread for everybody, food. We had probably, 6 or 7 people come out and participate. It was nice. Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
And there's always food. You have food. You miss all these food opportunities.
Yeah. So trying to make sure people are, in our community that are taken care of.
Well, and food always connects us. I don't care where you are, where you come from. You want to bring people together, do it through food. It works every single time.
It works for all of us.
It does. And it's a chance to show off cultures, and obviously it's food's always a perfect thing for that. So, anyway, sorry, I got sidetracked.
I think that should cover it. I think it covers it for us.
Now, please, if I highly recommend it that each month they put the actual calendars on paper, and it's usually in a 2-month. Like there'll be 1 month on one side and the other. If you love the paper physical version, you can always come by the front desk and pick that up, and then you can keep it on your fridges or whatever to keep abreast of what different events and things. However, if you are more into the digital world, you can easily go to the city's website, roswell-nm.gov, click on the Roswell Library tab, and you'll find that exact calendar there for you to download and to put on your fridge yourself if you want to.
Yeah, exactly. And we also have Facebook updates and our Instagram updates.
Absolutely.
So if you want to know what's going on daily.
Like and follow those platforms, and particularly that Instagram and Facebook, especially too, is you get to, like, say you missed the event or whatever, you get to see like the art projects and the food and the things. You kind of get to see what you're missing out, but it also previews of some of the stuff we're talking about. So like and follow that, and you're like, oh, dang, that's what they're doing? I didn't realize that. I need to get to that. Come back and see some of the past stuff on that wall there, too, that we've been doing over the summer here.
Please do.
Yeah. And don't forget, if you do not have a library card, come get one. They're free of charge. And that is your ticket to everything in the library. It opens the whole world, including the online resources to the website, the audiobooks, music, things that you can download and technically not set foot in the library to access. Bad idea. You should go in the library. But again, with a card in good standing, you've got a whole world available to you that you can do from the comfort of your house or your phone or whatever you do that stuff on. So
yeah, we'll see you guys soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you as always. And
thank you.
Stay cool and dry this weekend because I think we got a chance for both. So some rain and some hot. So you stay cool and dry. So.
Take care, Mike.
Take care. You too. All right. It is closing in on 9:50. Let's pause for news, Hannity update, Wall Street update, and commercials. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. A series of mysterious airstrikes have hit Iran after the U.S. said it ended its attacks, raising questions about who targeted the Islamic Republic. The strikes yesterday hit areas across the southern part of Iran as the country prepared to bury the late Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Iran has not directly blamed anybody, but a lawmaker warned that the United Arab Emirates should be careful and should not be supporting the U.S. A wildfire has devastated a remote community in southern Spain, killing at least 12 people. That blaze broke out yesterday near the Sierra de los Filabres mountains in Almeria province. Many victims died trying to escape, ignoring shelter-in-place instructions. President Trump has chosen not to sign a sweeping housing affordability bill today. He's protesting Congress not approving a strict voter ID bill that doesn't have enough support to pass. This is SRN News.
The conservative underground meets right now. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
Now, Gavin is urging a nationwide tax on billionaires in addition to higher estate and corporate taxes. Quote, it's time for a national billionaires tax and a new social contract. Now, he's been saying that he doesn't want the wealth tax that's going to be on the ballot that will be retroactive to January this November in California. But how could he be against that on the one hand and then say it's now time for a national billionaires tax and a new social contract? He said 10% of Americans own 2/3 of the wealth, wages have stagnated, and the cost of living has skyrocketed. How about a rising tide lifts all boats, Gavin?
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
So our friends at Consumer Reports just did a massive survey of all of the wireless brands in America, and only one company received 5 out of 5 stars in every category. And by the way, it should not surprise you, that honor goes to Pure Talk. Coverage, 5 stars. Support, 5 stars. Value, 5 stars. Data. Now, there is literally no reason that you're paying inflated prices for big wireless companies when you get superior service like I get from my veteran-owned company, Pure Talk. And the average family, they're saving over $1,000 a year. And don't forget, right now, Pure Talk is matching donations dollar for dollar until they hit $250,000 for America's Warriors Partnership, who are on the front lines of supporting our veterans. Make the switch. It's simple. It's fast. It's easy. You dial pound 250. You say the keyword save now, pound 250, keyword save now from America's wireless company, a veteran-owned company, Pure Talk. Talk.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. 100 to 105 today. Strong high pressure over our area, and it will be sunny all day. Clear and low 70s for the overnight hours. About the same for Saturday, upper 90s to low 100s, and it looks like we'll stay sunny. Then we start to get some humid air moving in on Saturday night, so we could get a few showers or thunderstorms. Slight chance of shower and mid-90s on Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm John Scott. U.S. stocks and oil prices drifting toward a quiet finish of the week following fireworks earlier on worries about how the war with Iran will affect the global flow of crude. After the opening bell, the S&P 500 rose 0.1% and was on track to close out its 4th winning week in the last 5. The Dow Jones Industrial Average has been up and down in morning trading. The same can be said for the NASDAQ Composite. Oil prices have held relatively steady. The price for a barrel of Brent crude oil slipped 0.1% to $76.23. That's above the $72 it was at the start of the week when it was back below its level from before the war with Iran, but still well below its wartime peak of nearly $120 a barrel. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm John Scott.
Summer adventures in New Mexico can lead to unexpected injuries or conditions. Artesia General Hospital and our skilled general surgeons remind you, take steps to avoid surgery while traveling and enjoy outdoor family time. Lift heavy coolers and luggage properly to prevent hernias. Practice safe food handling at picnics to avoid severe infections. Wear protective gear during activities, clean cuts thoroughly, and don't ignore persistent abdominal pain, swelling, or unusual symptoms. Prevention is best, but if surgery is needed, whether for appendicitis, gallbladder issues, or trauma, our experienced team is here. Dr. Michael Mann, MD, and Dr. Shiamo Pansaria provide compassionate, expert general surgery care right here at home. For advanced surgical services you can trust, choose Artesia General Hospital. Artesia General Hospital. Healthy summers start here with surgical excellence when you need it.
Usually when you hear the comment that someone is aging gracefully, they're speaking about a person's physical appearance. Although that's a nice compliment, I'd rather age gracefully in my spiritual life. I want to come to the end of my life and know that even though I wasn't perfect, I'm confident that God's saving grace covers me and that I'm ready to go on to my eternal life with Him. Because of that saving grace, I want to have lived my life serving Him and serving others to the best of my ability. We have physical and mental challenges as we age, but that doesn't stop us from serving Him or serving others. It may change how we serve, but it doesn't stop us from serving. We don't ever retire from our Christian life. It's never too late to start living the life God calls you to. It's never too late to accept the saving grace that God offers to all, no matter your age, no matter your abilities. Come join us as we learn how to better know Jesus and to make Jesus known.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-358-9218. 800-358-9218. 800-358-9218.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
You can't hunt camels in Arizona, but you can buy them. They go for about $10 a pack. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is closing in on 9:58. Got about 2 minutes here before they kick me off the radio. If you missed any part of the show, I always invite you to check it out at your leisure. Log on to KSVPTV.com. Click on the Mornings with Mike Winters channel, and you'll find all of our interviews there. We had Captain Mike Evans join us in the 7 o'clock hour, talking about from Salvation Army. They got their breakfast tomorrow. Their monthly breakfast is tomorrow, and they're always looking for volunteers to help out there. So go back, check that interview. We also talked with the folks from the Southeast New Mexico music. They're talking about the big concert happening at Pecos Flavors Winery the next Saturday night. Great show there. And then, of course, 8 o'clock hour, we had Sheriff's Department Lieutenant Jacob Sanchez join us and had a great conversation with him. They are looking for deputies to be a part of their team. And then, of course, just a few minutes ago, we had Megan Rock with the Roswell Public Library join us to give us an update on summer reading and all the other things going there. If you missed any of those interviews, you can go back and check them out at your leisure. Just log on to KSVPTV.com. Also, want to mention that here in the coming weeks, fair season with Chavez County and Eddy County fairs will be coming up here in just a few short weeks. And then, of course, Eastern Fair will be a couple months after that. Don't forget, we will be carrying those shows again at this year's Chavez County and Eddy County fairs. If you go on to KSVPTV.com, you'll find the Chavez County Fair channel and the Eddy County Fair channel, and you'll find all of those livestock shows and things that they record live and leave up on there for demand. I believe it was like in years past. I know the one that they had trouble doing live and all that was like the rabbit and chickens, and there was the whole thing on that. But I think we got that worked out this year. Don't quote me, but I think we did. So, but we'll have all of that for you on